Kia ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koe. Mark Watson alongside of me, Jimmy the Professor Henry, as we welcome you into another exciting afternoon of Q Sport. Something very different today. It is the Aotearoa Challenge. Yes, our men's teams, the New Zealand white team and the New Zealand black team, taking on the New Zealand juniors. And what should be an exciting afternoon. Part of this is about preparation as both teams prepare for trips overseas to the United States. Our juniors heading off to Pennsylvania and our men's team off to defend the World 8-Ball Amateur Championships. They won previously, that tournament this year being staged in Las Vegas. Jimmy, good afternoon. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. Thanks for that. I'm good. Yeah, looking forward to a good afternoon. Nothing better to do on a Sunday afternoon than watch some good pool played by our upcoming juniors and some of our top seniors, which are going to Vegas next week.
And lovely too, just to welcome our audience across Māori TV. Lovely to have Māori television on board.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's excellent to have them on board.
Okay, so let's just run through the format. So we've got a New Zealand junior team of Alexandria Andres or Alex Andres. We've got Sheridan Burmester and we've got Dion Rawlings. Now, they're representing Masse, they're representing New Zealand. In Pennsylvania, what is the tournament?
Yeah, it's a junior world champs, so that's going to be an excellent tournament for them to look forward to. A couple of them have already been to America this year, played in the 9-ball, so it's going to be great preparation for their skills and everything.
And they're going to take on a senior men's side, and this is half of the team that is heading to Las Vegas. We've split the men's team into two sides, the New Zealand white team and the New Zealand black team. This white team is represented by Richard Alfonso, Ramon Santos and Danny Kirkhoven.
Yeah, great players. There's a lot of experience there, over like 30 years experience between them. So they're going to be for a real good challenge against these young juniors.
Okay, let's explain the format today.
Okay, so they'll just play each other. A win is 10 points. The losing player gets a point for each bally pots, and they play against each other.
Just one frame?
Yes, one frame. So it's exciting, quick pull. Sometimes you won't see the other player get a shot, but yeah, we're all ready to go.
Okay, we are set to go. Our first matchup is between Sheridan Burmester, representing the New Zealand junior team, and representing the New Zealand white team, it will be Richard Alfonso. Well, I welcome both players to the table.
Okay, yeah, young Sheridan's just got back from America a couple of months ago, or a month ago, I'd say. So he should be in good form. Richard has been around for many years, over 15 years experience there. Very good player.
Now, this is the format we've been playing a lot of our live streaming, a lot of competition. The Sunday night shootout has been the 9-ball format. This is the 8-ball format. This is what we are traditionally used to. Most New Zealanders are playing in pubs, clubs, motels, camping grounds around the country.
Yes, a totally different game to 9-ball. This is more tactical and a little bit harder because the table's a little bit smaller.
Well, immediately from the break, we see Sheridan Burmester. He has yet to put a ball down. And it'll be Richard Alfonso, in fact, with the break. Sorry, my apologies. So Richard Alfonso
at the table, yeah.
At the table now. So he has an opportunity because Sheridan Burmester had a dry break.
Okay, so Richard's taking the solids. So you've got solids and stripes. First one to pot all their set wins the game, plus the black.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I just wondered whether that was a little bit nervy there, wasn't it? Just
yeah,
didn't quite really.
A little bit of time to settle in, jumps the ball. He wanted to screw back into the 1 and 10, I'd say. Okay, young Sheridan will take the 7 and open up that 1 and 10, because that's one of the problem balls he must get out.
Does that comfortably, but as we have said for people maybe watching this and you think you know the game, it is all really about what they do with the white. And where they position that, they'll get a pretty good understanding very early on.
Okay, second chance. He still didn't get that 1 out of there, so that's a problem. Now he's got another problem with the 4 ball stuck in behind the 13.
You might just see if we can go above the table. Lovely shot here, courtesy of the team from the stream shop. So you notice here that 2 balls are down there for 2 points for that junior side. However, whoever ends up sinking that 8 ball and winning the frame will get automatic 10 points. And you can often see the side either from the break or after a dry break, clear the table and suddenly find themselves 10 points to nothing up, because they just simply will clear the table, such as the quality of these players.
Totally different game to 9-ball. There's more problems here in 8-ball than 9-ball.
Yeah, so once again, we're just seeing Richard Alfonso here, just a little bit nervy. He hasn't really just settled. A couple of sort of fundamental errors that he would be making every day of the week, certainly in practice. But you put them on the championship table, you put them under the lights, put a television camera on, and suddenly that just creates a little bit more expectation. So still neither player really at the moment with any sort of real ascendancy.
No, there's nothing really there to finish, you know, too many problem balls, they call them. So he's got the 6-ball stuck there, and he's also got the 1-ball stuck there, no pocket to go to. So this is where you try and make out plans to try and open them up. Okay, so now they'll play a waiting game. Somebody has to have a go sooner or later.
Yeah, very strategic, and again, this tournament very much around getting both our New Zealand juniors and our New Zealand men's team in some, let's use the word, match fitness before heading to the States in Pennsylvania. And so this time we do see Alfonso just looking to play safety, bringing that cue ball back up the table, but has he done enough with it?
Yeah, it's quite a good safety shot there.
Lovely little plant.
Okay, so that's allowed. It stops people from blocking pockets. You can pot their ball as long as you hit your ball first.
Yeah, and of course, if his ball went in as well, he then would retain the shot.
That's right, yep. Okay, Richard might have a little chance here.
So now opportunity, really now the table just starting to open up a little bit.
Okay, these tables are very tricky, the little 7-foot, more room to move.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be easier, wouldn't they? But again, a higher opportunity of snooker, higher opportunity of just not getting clarity.
A lot of clusters, they call them.
And he does just play safety, and he does a nice job too here with the safety shot. So what does young Sheridan Burmester do? Let's just see if we can go above the table here and just have a wee look at his options.
Okay, see how the 6 is blocked in there. He's got to try and find a way of getting that out.
Okay, so talking the 6 ball, we're talking the green ball.
Okay, so what does that mean, Mark? He hasn't hit anything.
So he can basically take that cue ball now and place it anywhere on the table. We'll all be familiar with this at home. But of course, he'll be looking too, really, at what the second and third shot is, or if we were to use rugby terminologies, the second phase, third phase. Plays that nicely, comes back. So he's got 2 options here.
Perfect.
He's got that.
Okay, you'll come back, get the white ball in the same sort of area. Give him 2 or 3 options. In 8 ball, you've got more options to land. See, like that, he went out of position still on the 15 ball.
Yeah, just hasn't quite settled, has he? Just seems to just slow it down and relax a little bit more. Gets himself out of jail to a degree. His options here has that 9 ball at the top of the table.
Yeah, draw the 9 ball back, the white ball back to the centre of the table. Oh, is that a little too hard? Perfect.
Okay, so real opportunity here for Richard Alfonso after a shaky start to wrap up this first frame, pick up the 10 points, and put the juniors under just a little bit of initial pressure. And just like that, that first frame goes the way of the New Zealand white team.
So that's a 10-3 win there, Mark.
And so our next pairing will be Dion Rawlings, and will come up against Ramon Santos. Santos representing New Zealand for the first time, I understand, at a World Championship, so lovely to have him on board. course, a big game in Asia, isn't it?
Oh, very big, yeah.
Yeah, with all the Asian countries very, very good at their cue sports, and one of the real benefits of migration into this country is the fact that we now benefit from that Asian talent, both nationally and internationally.
Yeah, both originally from the Philippines.
Hope you are enjoying the coverage. I've got Jimmy, the Professor Henry, alongside of me.
We'll take you back to school.
And I've got to say, Jimmy, we had a little warm-up game, and, mate, I wouldn't even say you took me back to school. I think you took me back to kindergarten, big guy.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of Dion rulings on our live streams on the Sunday night shootouts over the 9-ball format. He'll be getting more and more comfortable playing on the television table with the lights. But again, another dry break, is it? No, just manages to get a striped, or what we traditionally in this country call the overs.
Okay, so the table's still open. He still has options to take the small ones if he wants to. Whatever looks best. Young Dion, one of our best juniors around at the moment. Plenty of experience. Been overseas quite a few times. This is his last chance at the under-21s.
Yeah, no, he looks like he's got just a good natural feel for the game too, doesn't he? He seems to have good rhythm. He's a player that likes to settle early. And if you are watching this, and we've got an afternoon to look forward to, do get yourself down to the Masse Pool Hall and Club here in Pukekohe. So Rawlings, you want to basically put everything down now. You will not want to open the door at all for Ramon Santos.
And you see a lot of this pool, you will get a lot of runouts.
So just explain that terminology to people in regards to runouts.
So you won't get to the table, you won't get a turn at the table.
Just run straight through 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Or in the case of 9 through 14, if you're the overs. So these tables that the players are using are what you traditionally tend to find in pubs, what you tend to find in bars around the country. So it's very stock standard, so everybody has access to it. And just recognise some of the faces, because if you come across them in a bar room and they offer to play you for money, do not. Do not, Jimmy.
No, do not play them. Okay, that's a nice shot from Dion. Wants a white ball centre table. Okay, he's brought the juniors right back into it. If he gets a 10-0 here.
Yeah, nicely played from Dion Rawlings.
Is it on?
We've seen him, as I said, we've seen him previously in Sunday night shootouts, and he's looked a little bit nervy coming to the table, but I've got to say he looks very, very relaxed today. As I said, sometimes you just need to experience the peripheral that goes with television to understand it and to be able to relax. He didn't quite get it, did he? Didn't quite get it, and there's a nice now spread on the table, so it is very much game on in the second pairing. Now, Ramon Santos will come to the table. Does he have the ability here to go 1 through 8?
Yes, I'm picking him to finish this. Fairly easy layout.
Yeah, just going back to that 8, and I wonder what is going through the head now of Dion Rawlings, what he didn't do right. There you go. So 1 down.
Nice start. 4-5.
Yeah, just stopping that cue ball there on a dime. Coming back to play that 5 ball.
Yeah, good position here. Get rid of the 1 ball after this, and then he's down table with 3 relatively easy balls.
Yeah, he looks relaxed and composed too, doesn't he? He looks like a player, and sometimes that just comes with age, whether it be age in the game or time in the game or just life experience in general.
I don't know why he doesn't take the 5, but he's taking the 7. Stop there for the 2.
Yeah, very relaxed looking sort of cue action. Little up, happy to be a little bit more upright. Doesn't have his chin right down on the cue, does he? Oh,
No,
lovely.
he's a high player.
Lovely. A little screw on that too. Just see the spin on that cue ball.
Nice shot. Good angle. Should finish.
Yeah, you just use that terminology there, high player. Do we tend to see that a little bit more with 8-ball players playing a little higher, not being as low down on the cue?
Oh, it's really big in America. They're really high off the cue. Oh, and another one of Richard's shots.
And now it just opens the door. So, big
Yeah,
mistake.
He tried to screw it. He tried to screw it.
A key time, and now it will be Rawlings to finish this for the juniors and to win this matchup 10-4, and he does it. And just like that, Ramon Santos opens as the door, and Dion Rawlings walks straight through it. And we are tied up at a frame each between the New Zealand senior men's and women's white team and the New Zealand juniors. Juniors made up of Alex Andres, Sheridan Burmester, and Dion Rawlings. And it will be Alexandria Andres who does come to the table. I was watching her warm up too. She looks like she's got really, really good form, good technique.
Very good, yeah. One of
very,
the best.
I say very orthodox in her approach.
Yes, very good player. Very good technique. One of the best potting ladies around. Spends a lot of time with Marco.
Marco Teuscher, the Dutchman, living here in New Zealand, number 23 in the world. But dry break won't be happy with that. In saying that, a large cluster of balls on the table. It's not like she's spread the table, has she? So this will still create some issues here for Danny Kirkhoven.
Okay, Danny will be looking for a ball to go into that pack, open it up.
Now,
The stripes look better.
Danny, one of the younger members of this New Zealand men's senior team.
Yes, in saying that, he's still been around for the last 8-10 years. A lot of experience overseas, just got back from Australia.
Yeah, he said to me that one of the great learning curves was when Jimmy, the Professor Henry, took him back to school. Oh, shaky start from Kirkhoven. But, when you look at that break, still, you wouldn't say that there's an opportunity here for young Alex Andres to clear the table. Looking maybe to play the plant. And she does it nicely too. So she will be striped. She will play the overs. But what has she left herself? Nice shot from Alex Andres. Looking super confident. Great to see too the gender mix here. It is a sport. There's no reason why men and women should be playing separately. It's not a strength-based sport, is it? And just with that, a shot that she won't be happy with. Now.
Okay, no damage really done.
No, Danny Kirkhoven though. Just look at that cluster. And in around the black 8-ball, you mentioned it, Jimmy, these smaller tables, while the pockets might look big, you just simply don't have the room, and therefore more opportunity to be snookered.
Okay, Danny playing a safety shot, sitting behind the pack, that's great.
Yeah, he plays it nicely too, Danny Kirkhoven. So it is an opportunity, isn't it? It's not just about getting used to in a game situation of pocketing balls, it's also that situation, that pressure of being able to play defensively if you have to.
That's right, a lot of defensive play in this 8-ball game.
Yeah, lovely shot there, the Predator ball. We do encourage you, if you are watching this and you're not sure about equipment, go with Predator.
Okay, a foul there.
Yeah, so very, very good snooker from Danny Kirkhoven, and now he reaps the rewards of that. Are we likely to see a little bit of coaching from the other two teammates?
No, not really. Just maybe a little bit of encouragement, but
Yep.
yeah, I don't think you're allowed to coach on the sidelines. Otherwise, I'll be right next to them. Tell them what to play.
Shot from Pukekohe.
Oh, he's lost the game. That was very unlucky.
Okay, so just get you to explain the ruling on
Okay,
that.
so black potted out of turn has lost the game, and whatever balls they were on, they will get those points, whatever balls they've potted. So they were on the big one, so it would be a 10-2 score.
Okay, so the 8 ball wasn't an intended target.
No,
so it
definitely
went
not.
down off a fluke.
Yes.
And therefore you automatically concede the game. We're all used to those rules at home.
Yep, that's the rule. Lost the game. 8 ball played out of turn.
So,
Okay, so that's the first round, and it's 23-16 to the juniors. So they have another round.
yeah, 3 rounds in all.
3 rounds, yep.
Talk a little bit about the equipment here, Jimmy.
Okay, yeah, Predator balls, Predator cloth, all installed by me.
I do just see a little crease across the far side there, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, that's the fold in the middle pocket.
A little bit of work to be done in that area, big guy. So, hope you are enjoying it, and great to have one of the greats and Jimmy, the Professor Henry, alongside of me. Of course, New Zealand sending this New Zealand team to Las Vegas for the World Amateur Championships, and it's a title that we will defend.
Yes, we've done well 3 years ago. We actually won the World Championship title, and we were going to be there to defend it.
And is it a similar lineup than what we've got here playing today?
Yeah, all these players are well experienced. They've been playing, for over 5-10 years.
So we should mention too that the New Zealand men's team has been split into 2 sides. We've got the New Zealand white side, the New Zealand black side. That black team will be made up of Sean Coombe, Jimmy Henry, the man alongside of me, and Alex Hale.
2 great players I'm playing with that have already been there.
So look at this very upright position here for Ramon Santos.
That's a pretty good start. He hasn't really got any balls tied up.
And we'll be playing Dion Rawlings. So Rawlings. In fact, Sheridan Burmester, my apologies.
Oh, they're struggling a bit, eh? New cloth. Here we go, folks.
Yeah, Richard Alfonso.
Okay, nice start by Sheridan. They look pretty good here. Good layout, great layout. Nothing really hard.
Yeah, nicely played.
It's all about positional now.
Yep, looking good. So what's he looking to do here with the cue ball, Jimmy?
Yeah, probably play the 12 and come down table. 14's a good option here as well. He's in good position here.
How many
But
rails?
He'll bring the white ball back to where it is now.
Does it nicely. There you go. So,
Okay,
great
a little
execution.
Yeah, a little bit tricky here. How to get onto the 10. 10's the key. If you can get onto that 10, he should win. With the 8 ball off the 3 in the middle.
So what's his object ball right now?
Just run this in and have a straight shot at the 10, I'd say. But never know, it's different when you're up there. So
Yeah, nice shot. Now, not ideal, but certainly for a player of this quality, should have the ability to pocket this. Does he go that left-hand centre pocket, or does he go the top left?
Take the 11, come back out in the middle of the table for the 10.
Okay.
But then he's going to have a problem with the black. There you go, perfect. Okay, if he comes back a little bit and plays the black off the 3, an option.
Oh, just maybe just a little bit too much weight on that.
Yeah, try to punch it to get where he got to.
Yeah, again, he'll store that one in the memory bank, and that hopefully will come back and benefit him when these juniors do go to those World Championships in Pennsylvania. You are watching the Aotearoa Challenge. Second frame between Sheridan Burmester and Richard Alfonso.
Okay, this is the winning ball here. One ball will win him the frame, and this is it.
So tough shot. Pots it nicely.
Perfect. Okay, that should win him the frame. As long as he doesn't jump the ball like he did last time when he had the win there.
Yep. So nice spread here on these unders or solids.
Beautiful layout. Get to the middle of the table, then he's got options.
So pockets that 5 ball.
Okay, so he wants to take these 3 balls and finish with the red ball, then the black down the corner. Easy to get to the black from the red ball, so that'll be his finish, hopefully. Let's see if he can clear these other 3. Okay, you might want to take the 3 now to stay at the table, get better position.
Some of those leaders, juniors leading 23-16, but it can change very quickly here. If Alfonso does win this frame, the juniors will still lead 29-26. 10 points for winning the frame.
It's gone a little bit too far. Look at that, folks. Wow.
That is just fundamental errors. You just do not expect that at this level. But this is what it's about. It's about getting competition leading into those World Amateur Championships in Las Vegas. We've talked about the cloth running just perhaps a little bit quicker on this championship table under the bright lights. And won't be happy at all. But now a real chance for the juniors to extend this lead as we see Sheridan Burmester back at the table. And now a chance to wrap the frame up. And he does it nicely, and it is now the juniors who will lead by 33 points, I think, to 18. 33-21 in fact. And now it'll be the second frame between Dion Rawlings and Ramon Santos.
And if the juniors get too far ahead where the senior team can't catch him, they might want to, you know, just, well, give up, I suppose, because there's no way of winning. So you can get to a stage like that.
Well, yeah, it's not dissimilar in what you can often see in match play golf, where you're 3 up with 2 to play.
That's right, exactly the same situation could happen here. Okay, Danny hitting the first ball. Nice break. Is the ball going to go down?
It's another dry break. And now Dion Rawlings will come to the table. And what does he immediately assess? Where does he believe that his best chance of winning this frame lies? Is it with the overs or was it with the solids?
Solids. Definitely solids.
Solids, so nice spread on the table. So really, in hindsight, not a great break from Ramon Santos.
Okay, you can get the 1 ball out here, which is his hard ball.
So the 1 ball is the solid yellow.
One good shot.
So big shot, another one. Now look at just contrasting style here, quite low down to the cue. In terms of his starts, beautiful weight on it. Nicely played from Rawlings. So
The 2 is his problem ball. Might want to take it now, or okay, he's going to go 5, 3, maybe 2 after this.
So the 2 is the solid blue ball in the middle of the table. Oh, good weight, but what can he do here now? So to come back up the table and play the 3 ball, or does he look to continue to make his way back down the table. We'll play that 3 ball.
Definitely the 3. So his work is finished up the top of the table. Now he just comes to the middle of the table and finishes these other 3 balls. He's got more angle than he wanted. He wanted to be straight on that 2 ball, but that's still good.
Certainly got some work to do though, hasn't he? It's not clear cut here at the moment for Rawlings. Surveying his options. Hope you are enjoying the coverage.
Okay, he's going to take the brown ball and come in round behind the blue ball, I'd say. 2 rails, beautiful.
Yeah, nicely played from Dion Rawlings. Well played. Certainly looks the most composed of the players I think we've seen at the table so far. But he'll be aware of just those unforced errors that have probably just let him down recent times here domestically when we've had things like the Sunday night shootout. Shots that we expect him to make. He's just come up slightly short. Done all the hard work to get there. Good form from Rawlings.
Okay, he's going to put that black in the same pocket there, Mark. Let's see how his pace is.
It's going to come down here though. Big shot on that 4 ball.
Round behind the black ball. Put it in the same pocket.
Yeah, nicely played from Rawlings. That is beautiful, beautiful 8 ball from him. Boy, this to take the juniors out to 43-21. And just like that, Dion Rawlings gets the job done in that second frame.
Okay, they're 22 balls ahead. Looking pretty good. Okay, Richard to break.
So Richard Alfonso now to take on Alex Andres.
Playing with the new Predator Arcos balls. Okay, a nice spread here for Alex if she wants them. The stripes look good, and so do their solids.
Good lovely example there of the old Chinese snooker. Having to get nice and high with her bridge. Most people at home would probably, in a situation like that, be somewhat shaky.
14 up the corner. Nice pocket weight.
Tough shot.
Yes, definitely tough shot, yeah.
Yeah, tried to pull it, didn't quite get it. A little bit of a hit and miss. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. So Richard Alfonso now comes to the table.
Good practice run for the whole team today, including the juniors.
Yeah, they won't want to get beaten by the juniors though, the seniors, will they?
Definitely, yeah. I warned them before they went out there.
Yeah, nice little safety here from Richard Alfonso. Putting the pressure right back on Alex Andres. So we just have a look there. Just kissing that bottom cushion as well. Tough shot. What are her options?
Probably try and take that 15 off the 5 ball. Or just bring it back there for safety. Not bad, not bad. That's great.
Yeah, boy, it's very much a battle of defence at the moment from both players.
Yeah, 8 ball's more of a tactical game.
Now, Alfonso happy just to, again, return the favour.
Leave it done.
Yeah, neither player at the moment really feeling like this table has opened up. Who is going to blink first? Who is going to just put too much weight or not enough weight on their shot and open the door? So this will be a very, very good shot if she can pull this off. Alexandre's bottom right pocket. Really got enough angle on it and puts that cue ball down. And so advantage goes the way now of Richard Alfonso.
And he should go straight to the 5 ball here. The hard one you can't get out. Hardest one on the table. Always take the hardest one first. There you go, folks. Straight to that 5 ball. Get to centre table. 6 and then the 7.
So 6 is the green solid. There's the next ball. Beautifully set up. Then come back across for the brown 7. The top of the table as well. And just want to run that through a little bit. A little bit of work to do here on the angle.
Yeah, that's a good shot. He's just going to come down the middle of the table. See, with 8 balls, like I say, you have to get into an area more than one positional ball.
Yeah, you're sort of 2 now for Richard Alfonso. He's got rid of the nerves. He's starting to really just settle into his work.
Very good player. Oh, that's a little bit risky. Made it a little bit tougher now.
Yeah, a little bit too much weight on that. So we'll talk about sport at the highest level, just small margins, no different here in Q Sports. Because also, he's got that corner of that pocket, hasn't he? Just doesn't want to be putting that cue ball out too far off this shot. Happy just to play it, runs it down the rail. Has he done enough though? Maybe not. Maybe not. The face expression says it all. So, Richard Alfonso in control, and then suddenly, just a little bit too much weight on one shot. Finds himself just in a little bit of difficulty here, but he's a quality player. Nicely played.
Wow.
But the cue ball has now put him in a world of trouble. He's going to require a little bit of X factor here. So he's nominated that pocket, so off the rail. We've all tried this at home, but we've had no jeopardy when we do it. There is jeopardy here because he will turn this frame over to the New Zealand juniors if he fails. And he fails indeed. So, wow. Fascinating contest.
That's why I say these tables are a little bit tricky. One positional mistake and then you're in trouble. That just kept rolling onto, made it harder each ball he potted.
Well, see what Alexandres can do. Looking at the spread here, Jimmy, what chance do you give her?
Great chance here. The only problem is 13 and 15 on the opposite side of the table there. That little cluster, you might call it. But still manageable to get to.
Got a nice shot too. A little bit shaky, but difficult shot. So, now, does she play that cluster here? No, deciding still to play down the bottom of the table.
Here? Okay, I think she's going to throw in a little snooker here, Mark. Nice touch on the 11 ball. There you go, folks. Beautiful snooker.
Oh, lovely played. Well played indeed. Well played indeed. They're always the overs, the stripes that were going to provide the most difficulty. So, she now puts the emphasis back on Richard Alfonso. Now, you'd imagine he's going to probably look to try and play defensively as well. What are his options?
Well, he has to just make sure he hits the ball, otherwise...
go above the table and have a look here.
Yeah, just make sure he hit the ball and hopefully gets lucky and Leaves Alex nothing, but it's hard to see.
So his object ball is the solid red 3, bottom left of the picture. So he's going to play down the table, look to come back up.
Look at that. That's a good hit. Oh, wow, look at that.
That is a very, very good shot. You heard Jimmy, the Professor Henry, say it.
Yeah, he nearly got he nearly snookered her back. Close.
And if you're wondering why they call him the Professor, it's pretty simple.
Back to school for you.
So here, just needs the right weight too. For that 11 ball there. Lovely, nicely placed. Now, chance here to wrap it up. So the 11 red is the object ball.
One good pot. Make sure you just pot the ball.
Big moment for Alex Andres. Big moment, lovely weight. You heard it from Jimmy, the Professor, lovely shot. So, 2 balls away from taking this frame and extending that junior lead out to 53-27. So, 10 points for winning the frame. Your opponent will pick up a point for every ball they have sunk throughout the frame. Oh, she missed it too, and she's put the cue ball down. And just like that, the advantage goes back the way of Richard Alfonso. So I just wonder, nerves, pressure, but that's what it's all about. It's about gaining this valuable experience in a game situation. Again, a shot you'd imagine she'd probably make in training.
Definitely.
And now there's a chance here for the New Zealand men's white team. To bring it back. So 49 now plays 31. Chance for the juniors to almost put it beyond doubt. But just little errors creeping in at key times. And the New Zealand men's team survive another frame. And we'll now see Sheridan Burmester come to the table against Ramon Santos.
Can they still win? 30.
So just confirming that, in fact, it is 30 points for the New Zealand white team, not 31. Let's make that correction.
Okay,
now
Sheridan can put them to sleep here.
Yeah.
He has good break and run a few balls.
Haven't seen the best of this young man yet. He's a quality player. Boy, another dry break too. How many have we seen? And Ramon Santos now will come to the... No, in fact, it is Danny Kirkhoven. My apologies. Just getting used to the format and the order myself, to be honest. So...
Another player of the future, Danny Kirkhoven. Okay, he wants to probably play this ball off the 9 ball, move the 9 out the way so the 5 will be on. Quite a fairly easy shot.
Nicely played too.
He didn't hook that 9 ball. So he's got trouble. He's got a lot of trouble here.
Does he play defensive or does he back himself? How does this senior team look at it? Are we at a point in this match where it's a little bit of case of all or nothing? Or do you play defensively? He's going to go for it by the looks of it. What's he do with the white? What does he do with the cue ball here? Plays the shot, brings it back down. Does luck go his way? Luck does go his way at the moment. So
very good.
Good shot here from Kirkhoven. Got the number 4, purple solid 4.
Might try and move the 6 or the 2 here.
Does play with a bit of weight and does exactly what you say, Jimmy.
Okay, so like I say, it goes back to that problem 5 ball. How's he going to get to that? Oh, look at that. He kissed it, and now he's in trouble. So the thing with this game, Mark, if you go too early and just leave your opponent the open table, like he has here, you're in pretty much big trouble.
Yeah, because he does have to now connect with his object ball. Does a good job, but has opened it up, hasn't he? Now back down the other end of the table.
Yes, Sheridan will attack this table. It's all there if he wants it.
Yeah, I'd be wanting to close this out, I would have thought, knowing that they are heading off to Pennsylvania for these World Junior Championships. Should really start to be coming into some form this time of the year. You can understand earlier on in the year it can maybe get the yips a little bit. That's one down.
Yeah, young Sheridan's playing a lot of pool. Keeping in touch with the cue ball and white ball.
Okay. Now, a bit of work to be done here. He's still got that 9 ball, hasn't he? Which is really going to be the ball that's going to create the problem.
Yeah, he'll use that 9 ball. I mean, the 14 ball to kiss off that 9 ball and try and open it up.
14 ball is that green striped ball.
The thing with it, Mark, is he should have done it earlier. Get straight to your problem early, because after he does that, he doesn't know what's going to happen with the 9 ball. He can pot these next 3 balls quite easily.
So,
another
fundamental error once again. Boy, it's been very much the story of this Aotearoa challenge so far. Very good shots being played, and yet somewhat they would classify as fairly fundamental shots have just let them down. Too much weight at times. Maybe just thinking a little bit too far ahead. Pukekohe, nicely played.
Open the table up.
Nice little delicate touch there. So Burmester going to try and extend the lead here to 59, playing 35, and time running out then for this New Zealand men's white team. So 1 ball away from another frame going the way of the juniors. Oh, and he misses it too. He misses it too. That is disappointing.
He hasn't left Danny a real easy finish. Might have to play a plant here, Mark.
Yeah, you'd expect him though at this level to make this, Pukekohe. And so we talk about the plant here. So green onto the...
That could be on somewhere while he's playing it like this. Yeah, it's
Oh,
on.
lovely shot, but he's going to put the cue ball down, is he? No, he's not. Manages to get out, but a difficult second shot coming. Neither player at the moment looking to have that much composure.
Well, so what he done there, Mark, is he called a safety. Okay, so he potted his ball, and because he called a safety, he wants to discontinue his turn. So he's left the white ball there. Now it's Sheridan's turn. If you call safety in a game, you want to discontinue your turn after the shot, after you played a shot.
And you can call at any time, can you?
Any time when you're potting your ball, you can call safety.
So there we go. I hope you are just these rules. So what's he done? Has he got enough weight? Has he got enough weight? Has he got enough weight? Just manages to kiss it. But is it enough? Not an easy shot, but you'd expect Danny Pukekohe to finish this.
That closed the gap a bit. I think it's going to come down to the last 2 games.
So it will be 56, playing 40. Well, really, the pressure's still low on this New Zealand white team. If you do the maths with just 2 frames to go,
yes,
they're going to need to pretty much come up and just play straight through.
Yep, he's going to have to win this game. I think Dion just needs balls. So there's 20 points left to win. So Dion might just need balls, just to make it easier for that anchor man. which is the last player. Let's just have a look at the score.
Yeah, we'll just bring up that score for you, and then we'll just work out the maths here. So 2 frames
So
remain, and so basically what the seniors need to do is win both frames to move up to 60 points, and at the same time allow the juniors only to pot 3 balls in doing so.
That's it, Mark. That's the equation. So all they need is balls now to win this match.
I knew there's a reason I should have stayed in school, Jimmy. I did stay in school, actually, Jimmy, but I didn't do that well in maths. Oh, another dry break too. How often do you see this? I'm not sure we've seen too many balls go down off the break, have we?
No.
I tell you what, though, I like Dion Rawlings. I like the fact that Rawlings is at the table. It's such a key point in this game. Strategically, in terms of setting up your pairing, how strategic is that in terms of where you place your players, knowing?
Yes, that's strategic as well. Yeah, so really in this game here, you want a good starter, you know, somebody that can get you off to a good lead, and then your next player has to be the player that can hold the game, and then you got your anchor player that can handle the pressure.
Yes, so it's not dissimilar to what you often see in sport like lawn bowls, where you play the triples and the pairs. Everybody's got a slightly different role within.
Yes.
So we've got 1 down, so you'd sort of feel that Rawlings here. So plays safety and plays it nicely too. Has just opened that door though across this left-hand side of the table. So 2 balls have gone down in fact, so they're 2 points. So really now they do not want to allow this junior team really any more opportunity at the table if they want to beat this New Zealand junior team. Nice shot, good weight.
Yes, there we go here, Mark. Like you say, the junior team only need 3 balls.
That's right.
So the pressure is on now. He knows what's needed.
A fascinating format, isn't it? Where 10 points for winning the frame, but your opponent picks up a point for every ball that they do sink. So potentially you can lose 10-7. 7 is the maximum points you can pick up for losing a frame. So there we have a look at that score. At the moment it would be 42-58.
Nice shot.
Wait, cometh the hour, cometh the man. What options does he have left though?
Not much. He has to take this brown one and then the blue one.
So Richard Alfonso. Nice weight again, but he just left it a little bit short though. Now, what does Rawlings do here? Does he just simply look to pot balls, knowing that 60 points will be enough, whatever happens in this frame? Or does he adopt the attitude of the great Jimmy the Professor Henry and go for the victory?
Go for the victory. One good pot here or win him the game. One good shot. Let's do it right here now. I think he has. Yes, great start.
Lovely shot. So right now, he's 1 point away from wrapping up this match. The New Zealand juniors over the first of the 2 New Zealand senior men's teams playing here in this Aotearoa Challenge. Live from the Masse Club in Pukekohe. Dion Rawlings. Shot from Rawlings. Talk us through this, Jimmy. What's the ball that's going to provide him the greatest degree of difficulty and arguably prevent him from winning the frame?
The 15 ball.
Just talk to us in colours, Jimmy, just for those that are not familiar.
The red and the white stripe.
The red and the white striped.
Yeah, somehow he has to get to it, and this could be the shot here to open it up.
Okay, so how does he need to play this?
He needs to just pot this and move the 2, and hopefully something happens. He also could take the 14 and go back down that way towards the 2 ball and the 15, or the 11 ball, sorry, red and white. Okay, here we go, folks. Try and open up the 11 from this one shot.
Big shot here from Rawlings. He hasn't been complete so far. That's a better shot, but what does he do with that wide?
Wow, that's pretty good.
Got some options, though. You've heard Jimmy say it. Under the circumstances, that is pretty good. What's the shot, Jimmy?
Snooker. Hide behind the 11. One option is hide behind the 11 is the best option, actually. See, he's going to play it now. It's a little bit too hard. You can see the one.
We'll just go above the table here and just have a look at. It's a really nice angle. Let's just go above now and just have a look at what options.
Okay, Richard's only got the 2 here. He has to play now, I'd say.
Richard Alfonso.
No, not on. Okay, he's going to screw back the yellow ball. Yeah, tough shot.
Yeah, and you'd suggest now that really...
Not too bad a leave. Not too bad of a leave.
Just bring up that points table for you for this frame. So at the moment, the juniors have won, no matter what happens, have won this match against the first of the 2 New Zealand senior men's teams.
Okay, you're going to see Dion here just hiding behind that black ball, maybe.
But it'll be about...
No, he's going for it.
Match practice for both sides. Junior team heading off to Pennsylvania to the World Junior Champs. The men's team going off to defend their World Amateur title. They won 3 years ago. Oh, nicely played. Yeah, lovely shot. So they will win the frame, but they will lose the match.
That's it, I think, folks. Just wondering if they're going to play that last match.
Are they going to play that last match, or have they decided to shake hands? But very good start for the juniors. And they are going to play the last match, so great spirit here, an opportunity for Alex Andres to get some much needed match practice on a championship table. So we can confirm for you the juniors have beaten the first of the 2 New Zealand senior men's team, the New Zealand white team. They've done that because basically they're the first to reach 60 points. And they've done that through the accumulation of sinking balls while sometimes losing the frame, but by also winning frames and picking up the maximum 10 points. So very good start for the juniors. So, chance now.
Okay, no pressure on Alex to actually win the game, so she can open up a bit, attack the table. Great shot.
Yeah, we just, again, if you've just joined us, we talk about these are just the very standard tables you'll find in pool halls and pubs and clubs around the country, and while the pockets appear big, one of the real difficulties with a table this size is the sheer cluster of balls early on, which can create a lot of difficulty in regards to pockets being blocked and snookers. Plays a nice little safety. Has she done enough though?
Okay, Ramon's got the 10 ball in the middle. quite a fairly easy start. A lot of work to be done, but not straightforward. And he's just made himself another problem there by pushing the 11 onto the 7. Eight ball more of a tactical game, strategy. He's not really got a shot. Maybe the 14 plant. Way too many problem balls here. He's got the 9, the 11, the 15.
But these are the situations they want to try and play themselves out of. These are the situations they will find themselves in Las Vegas. More than 5,000 queuists turning up for that event.
We actually got a New Zealand player that made the final 3 years ago, John Harrison. And that's a big feat. That's probably the best feat, in New Zealand, really, to get through 5,000 players.
Yeah, certainly outside of what we saw from, say, snooker, which is the sport that I guess was made famous by Dion, but in terms of pure pool, remarkable achievement.
Yes, this is American concept, actually. Valley tables, and yeah, you get 4,000 or 5,000 Americans over there, all can play.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the Americans have always been very good at simplifying sport, haven't they? The English, I think, often came up with the more difficult forms of the game. The Americans have said, hey, How do we take stuff to the masses? Let's simplify it. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it more accessible. And, and often it's the American innovations which actually make a sport global.
Yes, and these are definitely the best rules in the world. And they're starting to take it to the English game now, these rules. There's no hiding, no covering pockets. It's all attacking pool.
So this is arguably a dead rubber, but valuable match practice. So Santos with this very what you'd say is an unorthodox technique, but in this form of the game and in America a very orthodox technique. Not low on the cue at all, plays very high. I sort of sense too with this playing high on the cue that it's very much about feel. It becomes, if you get momentum, it's about getting momentum. It's about just getting into a rhythm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a lot of people play, a lot of pool players, you'll see them play high on the cue. Whereas the snooker players, they've got their chin on the cue,
Yeah, a lot more calculated, isn't it? You're a little bit more surgical.
Yes, because on a bigger table, you're going to have to need that right technique. And this here, you don't need much technique to pot a ball.
You make it sound easy, Jimmy. It's not that easy, Jimmy.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, he's going to try and put the 12 off the 5 ball. Try and fit it in there somewhere.
Oh, great effort, great effort. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, but I guess you can take those risks when, there's no jeopardy in the game. It's already a done deal.
Alex goes to the hardest ball first. Still got problem there with the number 2 ball, the blue ball.
Yeah, so how much weight does she play here? Or can she? Same time, not really too many options defensively on the table, are there?
So she's just going to probably stop the ball there. Play the 3 ball next, or the 5 ball, I'd say. That's the orange ball, if you can see that. Come up for the green ball, but like I said, still got the blue ball to contend with.
And we're going to see you, Jimmy, in action a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm on the next match, I think, yeah.
Now, are you taking on the New Zealand white team or are you taking on the juniors?
I think we're playing the white team first.
Okay, so it'll be an all New Zealand senior men's clash in this Aotearoa challenge. sense that if she can make this shot, she can clear the table.
Well, the other thing is a defensive shot.
Oh, going to the jigger. I've been waiting all day to use the word jigger.
That's
Because
the jigger.
every New Zealander around the country loves the jigger. It's a get out of jail piece of equipment.
It is. Yeah, you're going to need that.
Yeah, nice little defensive shot here too. Good job. Lovely little snooker. So good play here from Alexandres. What does Ramon Santos do? What options does he have? He'll be... So he's nominated his shot. The Chinese snooker having to play over the top of the solid blue. Boy, lovely shot too in terms of that cue ball. Just
Definitely.
beautifully up the far end of the table. That is going to be a very difficult shot now for young Alexandres.
She just wants to probably just touch this 6 ball and stay in behind the 12 and the 11. Leave Ramon a hard shot if she misses. Soft touch. Stay down the corner here, the left-hand corner. Or the right-hand corner as you look at it. Soft touch. That could be a little bit hard. She went for the finish, but that's good. So all she's left is the plant.
Yep, so the plant is one ball onto the next, running it like a train. Just have a look here. What does her body language and facial expression show? Is she happy with the shot?
Definitely have to be. Best spot she could have left is that spot there. Make him play the plant or the hard 9 ball in the corner. If he misses, it's going to be a sellout, I'd say. Oh, he's going defensive as well, behind the 11. Tough to do. Did he get it? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. So, shot on here with that solid green 6. And then
Tricky little tables.
back along for the 2 ball. This will be a huge confidence booster for her if she can sink these next 3. Tough shot.
Nice touch. Nice weight.
Lovely weight. You heard it from Jimmy, the Professor Henry.
I'll take you back to school.
And now. So she's going to play with us a fair bit of weight on it.
Yeah, just punch it out into the open.
Just to get
There
the
you
shot
go,
down, does it
perfect.
beautifully
Nice
too.
shot.
That is a lovely, lovely shot indeed from Alexandres. This is why she's a member of this New Zealand junior team. And now, 1 shot away from really a commanding
There it is.
victory for this New Zealand junior team. They will win this one 71 to 54.
So what do you think, Mark, on the 8 ball?
Yeah, look, I think it's a wonderful format, isn't it? I think it's,
Yeah, it's
when I
great.
initially looked at it and thought, oh, 1 frame each, but yeah, now that we've run through it in this team's format and we've seen this round robin in play, yeah, look, I like it. I can understand why it's become so popular. And I think it's got a really, really good point scoring system.
Definitely.
And it rewards players for sinking balls.
That's right, yep.
So you are rewarded to a degree for what you've done in a frame rather than basically having a 0 on the scoreboard. Hope you are enjoying the coverage of the Aotearoa Challenge. It's the New Zealand Juniors up against the 2 New Zealand senior men's team, the New Zealand White and the New Zealand Black. In this first match, it is the New Zealand Juniors who have run out comfortable winners.
Thank you.
Well, that's to the spice of it. Well, that's to the spice of it.
Kia ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koe. Welcome to Masse in Pukekohe for live Q Sports. It is the Aotearoa Challenge. 3 teams in action today. The New Zealand juniors up against 2 New Zealand senior men's teams, the New Zealand white team and the New Zealand black team. The juniors, well, they're heading off to the World Junior Championships in Pennsylvania. Our New Zealand amateur team is heading off to the World Championships in Las Vegas to defend the title that they won 3 years ago. Our matchup this afternoon is the New Zealand senior men's white team up against the New Zealand senior men's black team. Looking forward to bringing you all of this live coverage. It is the 8-ball format, the traditional format that you will be familiar with. For those at home, where ultimately whoever sinks the black 8-ball wins the frame. Joining me in commentary, a member of the New Zealand junior team, Dion Rawlings. Welcome, Dion.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me on commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit different, isn't it? Because you've got a championship table, you've got the lights, you've got the television cameras, and therefore sometimes a lot of the stuff that you do in practice, you don't necessarily pull it off because of those peripheral things.
No, definitely. It does add a lot of pressure regardless of it being just a warm-up for us before we go away. You want to have a good reputation going into these kinds of tournaments, so playing something like this is actually great for all the players together to make a name for themselves before they're even going overseas.
Okay, so that New Zealand white team is Richard Alfonso, the man you see on camera here, Ramon Santos and Danny Kirkhoven up against Sean Coombe, Jimmy Henry and Alex Hale. And we will have Richard Alfonso up against Sean Coombs. It's an interesting format. Each player will play each member of the opposing team. If you win a frame, you pick up 10 points, but you do pick up a point for every ball you sink along the way. And good to see that a ball has gone down off the break.
In fact, 2 there, I believe. 1 of each from what I can see.
So Alfonso now has the choice of going with, let's just use layman terms, unders or overs, or solids and striped. And it looks like he is going to go with solids, and he'll be looking to pot that red 3-ball. But as we've mentioned on previous broadcasts in 9-ball, it's not just about playing the ball, the object ball in front of you. It's about positioning that white ball. And this is a really good positive start coming from Richard Alfonso.
Yep, so we've got a good angle, that bird's eye view. You can see Richard wants to roll this 2 in. Ideally, he probably wanted to play the 4 next, but now he's got to manipulate the white to get back around for it. Just manages to kiss it on the way, which doesn't really help him there, but he still does have a shot on for the middle pocket across the table.
So middle pocket across the table, that is the call coming from Dion Rawlings.
So ideally off of this shot, when he plays it, he's playing the combo, I believe, from the 4 onto the 1, so to knock the 1 in.
The purple 4-ball onto the yellow 1, looking to try and play the plant.
Oh, he's played a carom shot, like a billiard type shot off the 8, and he has got quite unlucky. He's tied up by the 10, which isn't ideal. He might be able to kiss off the edge of the 1, but he doesn't really have anything going from other than that by the looks of it.
Oh, just doesn't quite get enough. Does it sit there? No, it blocks that pocket at the moment, though. So for the first time, we'll see Sean Coombe come to the table. He'll survey it. He'll have a pretty good idea of what initial ball he's wanting to put in, where his second and third shots are, so he will be on stripes.
That was actually quite a good shot by Richard from how he left the 1 right over the hole. It gives him a bit of control.
Nice first up shot, very good there from Sean Coombe. Not an easy shot.
No, definitely not.
He looks very confident first up. Coming out. So basically the first to 60 points will win it.
I wonder what he's thinking here. He might just try pot a couple of balls to leave him an angle to kick that 15 and the 9 out. The brown and the yellow down in that corner.
A good positive start too. He's come to the table. Certainly look, in the short time we've seen him at the table, the most relaxed of the play we've seen throughout the afternoon.
Definitely. He's a cool, calm and collected type of player, Sean. He's not afraid to attack. He's not afraid to defend.
Yeah, just looking at his technique too, he's got more of that sort of snooker stance, doesn't he? He plays his head very down on the cue, where we've seen others with a sort of more of a standing stance, much higher on the cue in terms of their head position.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy that kind of technique, you know, getting down over the cue, make sure you got your lines correct. It's definitely easier to mess up the lines when you're standing upright. You don't drop down the cue so much.
I sort of sense when you play, higher head and therefore away from the cue, that it's a little bit more about rhythm and feel, where when you're down on that cue, like in snooker, you sort of more of the...
Oh, wow, what a shot.
Lovely shot too, and he would have nominated that. That is just beautifully done.
Now Richard's got a fair bit of work to do. He doesn't want to leave a combination shot for Sean to get that 11 in.
So he played defensively and sets it up nicely too. That's another very good shot. So not just about sinking balls, but sometimes throwing it back on your opponent, putting them under a huge amount of pressure.
Yep.
And so Sean Coombe now, first time in this match that we've seen real questions being asked of him. Just have a look at that previously.
That was a great shot right there, in my opinion.
And he's got enough weight.
That's still good right there. Leaves the snooker on.
Yeah, difficult shot now for Richard Alfonso, because his target ball is that solid green 6, or object ball.
Now here, really the only thing that I think about doing is getting that brown 15 tied up against the green 6, just to make it a bit more difficult for Sean, because there's, in my opinion, very little chance of hitting the 6 anyway. So you better make it hard for your opponent. And he's left it by the 8. That's not too bad there.
But did not touch a rail on that shot, so now that cue ball in position where he wants to on the table.
So he's just going to look to roll forward to leave himself some angle on the 9 to play a combination or a kiss shot off the 9 to get the 11. And he's played very attacking. That's actually perfect right there. Now he's just going to try and get back into the middle of the table to play a similar shot that he has now for the 9 next.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a good temperament. Very positive player.
Yeah.
Coombs. So just whack this up. Nicely positions that cue ball.
Beautiful shot right there.
Yeah, great.
Angle.
Lovely weight, hasn't he? Lovely weight on the shot.
Yeah, it was all natural angle really. Just a little bit of right hand spin to take it further towards the black.
Plays that, comes back across.
Lovely shot.
And this first frame will go the way of the New Zealand senior men's black team. Now, we do apologise for the graphic there saying junior, but it's our 2 New Zealand senior men's sides playing each other at this match at the moment. And so it will be the black team that will take the frame, picking up 10 points. However, it was the white team that managed to collect and accumulate 6 points. So 10-6 is that score. And now we move into the second game, which will be Ramon Santos up against Jimmy the Professor Henry, a man who spends a lot of time in the commentary box with us. They call him the Professor because he'll take you back to school.
Most definitely. Jimmy's a very smart and technical player. He knows when to attack, when to defend. And if I'm honest, I've learnt a lot from him because of his knowledge.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very accomplished and very astute man when it comes to all things Q Sports. Jimmy the Professor. First time that I've had the privilege of commentating on my co-commentator, but it will be Ramon Santos who will look to break, get things underway. And again, we talk about that starts, just how far the head is away from the cue here. But it is...
Oh,
no.
there we go. Another good break there.
So he's got the option too of the overs or the unders or the solids and the stripes. Certainly I saw the 3 ball go down, the red 3.
And I believe the orange 13 went down as well.
Okay, orange 13.
So here it's a bit tricky for both sets actually. You've got a couple of balls tied up for each. I believe it's the 9 for the stripes that you got to work out if you're on bigs, and also when you're on the smalls you got to figure out that 6 and the 1, and also the 4 down by the 9.
And they will map this table pretty quickly. And while these pockets are much larger than what you'll get in snooker and what you'll get maybe on the match room tables for 9-ball, the downside is that the tables are smaller and therefore there's a greater cluster of balls, which makes it difficult early on for these players to get that room to manoeuvre. And lots of natural obstacles in the way, or a lot of natural snookers.
Here I think he can just see the 9 and cheat the pocket, so he wants to get back out to play the 12 next, I'd say. Yep, just past the purple 12, and it's beautiful from Ramon.
So play that purple 12, Willie, and then he's going to have to bring that cue ball.
So he wants to get back into the middle of the table, because from what we can see, a stop shot on the 14, the green 14, will be perfect for him to play the brown 15.
He does bring it back into the table. Has he put enough weight on it, though? Has he come up slightly short? Let's just have a look here.
Not too bad. A little bit of draw on this is what I would think to do on the shot.
So he's going to come and play that green 14 at the top of the table.
Could take a risk and run forward and play a combination shot for the 15 with the 10 ball. But I think he'll try play it a bit safe and bring it back slightly.
So chance here.
He's aiming quite high. He must be going forward. Ooh, has he gone too far? Think so. Now he's forced into playing that combination shot I mentioned before, that playing the blue 10 onto the brown 15. It's just where the white ball will end up after the shot, really. You lose a bit of control on the cut kind of shots where he's got to hit the thin side of the ball.
So fascinating contest early on in this Aotearoa challenge.
What a shot.
Oh, but just puts the cue ball down, but nothing ventured, nothing gained.
That's not bad though with the 4 where it is.
Yeah, but you can open the door and the professor comes to the table.
Yep, definitely. I do expect Jimmy to move that 4 ball quite early on.
Well, Jimmy will tell you too, you play the hardest shot first when you come to the table.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like the approach there from Santos. He's going to Las Vegas. He's not afraid to roll the dice. You just sometimes got to remember that Las Vegas wasn't built on winners. So
he's just clearing that ball so he has a shot at the 1 when he needs to, and now he's going to try move that 4 and the 10. So he'll come off this bottom rail here into the 4, hopefully.
Left himself a bit of work to be done here from Jimmy.
Definitely did look like it.
So
I don't think he can get past the 4.
I think he might look to try and play a little bit of safety here, Jimmy.
Yeah. Just in behind the 4 and the 7, so Ramon can't play the 10.
And does it nicely too, Jimmy.
I think he would want it a little bit further, because now Ramon can see the edge of the 10 and potentially pop.
Well, to be fair to Jimmy too, as I say, it's his first time on this championship table.
Yeah.
With the
It's definitely much faster than we normally play on back in Gleneden. Our tables there are a little bit slower, and they're much older cloths, so it doesn't slide as much. So you'll see when he plays this 10, it kind of slides off the rail of the white ball with the spin that it's got.
didn't quite execute it and has opened the door now for the professor.
This is now a real crucial shot here for Jimmy. This is almost the do or die, but he's playing the 7, so he's giving himself a little bit of comfort zone, because the orange 5 in the middle table blocks the path. Oh, he's changed his mind.
So now he's going to play that solid 4.
Beautiful
Great shot, lovely shot from Jimmy the professor.
And now he's got options.
Can you just try and run this ball into that side pocket? Does it beautifully. Plenty
Very
of weight
good.
on the cue ball. And really from here, he should wrap this match up.
It's a little bit straight on both balls, so he's going to be moving the white a little bit no matter what he chooses here. Almost having to force that angle.
So, there we go. Just lovely little bit
Beautiful.
of back spin through that. Just plays through that cue ball.
Same again here, a little bit of screw back. Now for an easy pot down into that corner.
Yep, for the New Zealand senior men's black team to extend that lead to 20 points to 12. And he does it that simply. So, too good. Jimmy, the Professor Henry, getting the job done against Ramon Santos. And it is the New Zealand senior men's black team. 2 up, 2 down.
That was actually quite a good start on that clearance with the 4-ball in the corner. It was a lovely pot to get back out into the middle of the table and give him plenty of options to finish and secure that rack.
Now we will have Alex Hale taking on Danny Kirkhoven.
White need a good frame here. Danny's got quite a solid break on him. This table does work a little bit differently though on the break. You got to almost treat it like a 10-ball break, which is you play slightly high on the white and you want the white ball to pop as it hits. So it's jumping up slightly and avoiding the balls around it.
So you got to bring a little bit more force to it.
Yeah, definitely bring a bit more force to it.
Tend to play a little bit more direct, don't they, here in the 8-ball versus what we see in 9-ball, where they tend to go left or right of the rack. Yeah, we've seen the one go down.
Pretty tough rack though still. Like you were saying before, there's a lot of balls that block the path for everything, no matter what side you're on.
Let's just go one at a time at the moment, just accumulate the points.
Yeah, most definitely.
So just a reminder, if you're watching this format, 10 points for winning the frame, but every ball you do sink, you do pick up a point. So the maximum points you can get for finishing, if I can use the word second, is 7. But it all adds up in the finish.
Most definitely. Like that game we had just before, we weren't getting many points on our losses, and they were getting quite a lot of points on their losses, and that was one of the reasons why they were in the game for so long.
So Kirkhoven with his first shot. Really won't be happy with that.
No.
And now for the first time we do see Alex Hale at the table. Let's see what Hale can do.
I do enjoy watching Alex play. He's been around for a while. He plays a lot of the RSA pool, plays a bit of snooker, so you would trust him to pot a difficult shot, really. No, he's just thinking, how can I get that 6, I think? How can I get on the 6? Because it's blocked by the 13 over the hole and the 14 over the hole. From the looks of it, he's probably going to play the 3 next and try and move the 14.
So the red 3.
Nice
and he does
shot.
beautifully shot. Well played, and nice call there from Dion Rawlings in commentary. Picked it nicely. One thing saying it, another thing executing it. So that is very, very good play from Alex Hale. I've got to say, I like the look of Sean Coombe. I like the looks of Hale so far. Remember, this New Zealand team are the defending world amateur champions.
Bit unlucky there. He played the 2 quite well. If the 7 wasn't there, I think it would have gone. Instead, he kissed off the 7 and went back into the 2. And now Danny has a chance to sink some balls and hopefully take the frame from him.
So Kirkhoven.
So here he'll be thinking as well now, how can I get that 9 ball? Because the 6 does block it, I believe.
So what are his other options if he doesn't decide to play the 9? In fact, he is staying away from the 9. So he'll certainly want to just try and move it, though, with that cue ball at some point. I'll certainly look to move that solid green 6.
Oh,
Lovely shot.
Beautiful pot.
Lovely shot.
He's got a good angle here on the 14 now. He can go into that cluster of balls in the middle there if he chooses so. He's also now looking at the combination shot of the 12 into the blue 10. A little bit of a kiss. Beautiful.
So So Danny Kirkhoven looking to take now control of this frame.
It's a big shot here. If he makes this frame can very well be his.
Does he run it? Misses the shot.
Not too bad though, with the 6 still being there. He's now got control of those pockets again, like he did at the start of the frame. Just slightly overcut that ball.
Oh,
And where's the white ball going?
fundamental little error there. It's disappointing from Alex Hale. Opportunity missed. Opens the door again now for Kirkhoven. Can he walk through it? Big shot in the context of this match. Nicely played. What does he do with that cue ball?
Moves the black over the hole. That's brilliant right there. He'll love that.
So you hear it there from Dion Rawlings.
He's just double checking his angles, making sure everything lines up the way he wants it to. Beautiful use of check side there.
A difficult shot after this though.
The good thing about playing that 10 last though is you just need to pot it. There's not much area on the table for you to miss the black down that end.
So he does pot it, brings it back up. Difficult shot though now with this 10 ball. What does he do here?
Me personally, just roll this one in. The 2 helps you prevent the scratch in that top left corner from our angle.
So he does it nicely.
Beautiful.
Now, 8 ball to win this frame and give this New Zealand white team, the senior men's white team, 10 points. And he does do it, and that's a very good performance from Danny Kirkhoven.
That's a great shot there on the 10 in my opinion. Played it with a little bit of draw just to hold so it didn't end up going down past the 2 and potentially scratching. He just played it safe. Now he's got his team back in it.
Yep, so there it is, the New Zealand senior men's black team leading 24 over the New Zealand senior men's white team 22. We do apologise just for that graphic there. So junior is the New Zealand white team and the senior is the black team.
So now in this round we have a switch over. Now the New Zealand black team will break for this round.
Yeah, interesting to see Jimmy the Professor Henry taking the ball across to the far side of the table. We haven't seen a lot of that on the breaks. Is it a good break or a good break from Jimmy?
Beautiful break.
Oh boy, I tell you what, he's just decimated that table, hasn't he?
Everything's looking good for him here.
Yeah, I think he could just play right through here. Jimmy the Professor Henry.
I was speaking with Jimmy before. He's been practicing that 3rd ball break. Normally we see a 2nd ball break from the side to split the pack and have the white go back into it. But you get a lot more movement playing the 3rd ball, so that's why he's decided to do it there.
So when you talk about 3rd ball, you're talking about the 3rd line of
third,
ball in the rack.
3rd ball back in from the front.
Yeah. Nice shot here. Has he got enough weight on it? Yeah, he does indeed. Boy, I tell you what, looking very, very good. What a wonderful break from Jimmy the Professor Henry. He's still got a little bit of work to do on that 14 ball down there.
He's just a little bit worried about the kiss on the 2 if he goes forward. I think he should be okay. Yeah, it looks good.
Nicely done. Now, he's going to come down the table here and play this difficult striped green 14 ball.
Go back where he is now would be ideal.
Put a bit of screw on that, does it beautifully.
Beautiful shot right there.
Beautiful shot from Jimmy the Professor.
Really perfect actually.
And just like that, this frame looking like it. Oh, done very quickly. And so
Brilliant.
it's 2 from 2 for Jimmy the Professor Henry. And a wonderful display of 8 ball. Picks up the 10 points for this New Zealand senior black team. And they lead this New Zealand senior white team by 34 points to 22. And just like that.
That was actually quite good from Jimmy. Helps give his team a big lead going into the next 2 frames. And In these kinds of games where it's a team format, it's your middle rounds that are quite crucial, really, compared to the later rounds, because if you can get enough points, you don't really need to play those last 4 games.
Yeah, and it's also about scoreboard pressure, isn't it? You just want to keep the scoreboard pressure on, keep it ticking over, get to a point where you have to start to ask some serious questions, some of those shots that early on might not have so much jeopardy in them.
Yeah.
Suddenly there is a lot more jeopardy.
Most definitely.
There's a lot more to lose. So I hope you are enjoying the coverage alongside of me, one of New Zealand's rising stars, and Dion Rawlings. And we go back now. Sean Coombe for break.
It was Alex that broke, and he's actually ended
Alex
up
Coombe, my apologies. Alex Hale.
with a lot of balls to shoot now. And either set here looks quite good. Maybe I'd play the stripes over the solids just because of where that orange 5 is. But you can make it work, really, going either way. Great shot there, get back to basically where he was. He can play the 9 now and hopefully land in a good area for that orange 13 just below it.
He's a confident player, plays quickly too, which is what I like. Confident in himself. There's Sean Coombe in the background.
He definitely will want to pick up from where he left on the last game. Just pot some nice clean balls and get the confidence up. Now he's in a little bit of a grey area here. He's got a tough pot on either ball he chooses. Opting to take the cut down the rail on the red 11. No, he banks it. Almost ended up going well for him.
Yep. Oh, well, like I say, it's an opportunity, isn't it, to find out what part of your game's working and what part of your game's not, as they do count down to the World Championships in Las Vegas. And now we will see Ramon Santos come to the table. Really big match, this one, in the context of this overall tournament. Really needs to win this one.
Couple of good little kisses there. Maybe a bit unlucky with that green 6, but he's got a shot on for the yellow 1. I'm sure he can figure out a way to play that green 6 eventually. Might just roll this in to play the purple 4 next. Been a bit aggressive there, and it hasn't really worked out, it seems.
Not happy with it either. You can just look at the body language, but still opportunity. But this is when they need to draw upon that experience, remember those good days, and make the impossible look ordinary.
Yeah, here he's not really got much going for him. Maybe jumping, taking the white down to the top end of the table, the right side from this angle. Wonder what he's doing.
I think he's just happy to play defensively, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
It does look alright. He got a bit lucky with that kiss on the red 3.
So Alex Hale back at the table.
Be another defensive shot here, I think. He doesn't have much going for him. Pointing at that 11, he must be thinking go off that short rail down by it and push the 11 closer to the brown 7. That's alright, he's put it into an area where if he gets a shot, he's got a good chance, which puts a little bit more pressure on Ramon to sink some here.
Yeah, it's something we underestimate, isn't it? And that's at times just covering those pockets if you can, at least allowing, if you do get another opportunity at the table, you're going to put yourself in a position of potting. So, oh, great shot.
Very good shot.
Great
there.
shot indeed. And that's very good for Ramon Santos. And I think he'll be happy with that. But now, can we capitalise on that? Let's just have a look here. Not a lot of room. Beautifully played. And certainly now has some options.
Yep, he's looking at that blue 2. Get the white ball back to the middle of the table, or just run it slightly down for the red 3 in the opposite middle. Got good position there, just unlucky on the pot.
Yeah, but open the door again.
Yeah.
Just can't afford to do that against a player like Alex Hale. Oh, but Alex Hale comes back with an unforced error too.
It was one of those shots where you know it's going towards the middle pocket. You just want to play it slow enough where you can have it glide past the pocket. Because how hard you hit it means it's going to straighten up.
But you've talked about the cloth, haven't you? You've talked about the cloth on this table, how it just runs slightly differently to perhaps the tables they warm up on.
Yeah.
But this is very much going back and forward. I wonder how important that shot was in the context of this match, because if this New Zealand senior men's white team can win this frame, suddenly they're right back in the contest.
Most definitely needs a good run out here for Ramon.
Oh,
Just
still looks a little bit nervy, doesn't he? Ramon.
Here it just looks like a simple stop shot. Will leave him another straight shot on the 3, so he can screw back down the table. Slight angle. Well played there. You just want to bring it back basically to where the white is now, maybe slightly wider for an easy tap in on the black.
Oh, he's going to put it down. He is. He's going to put it down, and suddenly it's now advantage. Without doubt, goes back to Alex Hale. And this, to put this New Zealand senior men's black team in absolute pole position. And just like that,
and running away with it here.
They will extend out that lead. 44 plays 29 now. 44 plays 29.
Alex will definitely be counting his blessings there. Very lucky to get back to the table there, I think.
Very lucky indeed. Unforced errors, but it is pressure. And they're going to have to get used to this when they head to Las Vegas. But Ramon Santos knows he's better than that.
Still got a smile on his face. Love to see that.
And now we will have Sean Coombe come to the table.
He will be playing Danny Kirkhoven, I believe.
So really a must-win game here for Kirkhoven. He really does. But I've got to say, if the players have seen Sean Coombe, well, he brings the power game. He brings confidence. He's an intimidating player.
I suspect here go for quite an aggressive break, going straight into the pack.
So is he going to play to one side or directly down the middle? So we saw Jimmy, the professor, playing that third line off his break, targeting between the 1 and the 9 ball there. And a little bit of a discussion.
I think he's just wanting the white ball cleaned. It does, with it being so waxy, pick up a lot of chalk, which when it's got a lot of chalk on it, you actually get more of a chance to miscue, like we've seen a couple of times.
Just slides, just doesn't grip.
Doesn't grip the ball properly, and you end up jumping it or skewing it to the left or right.
Little subtleties that I guess those that have in the game for a long time understand. We at home probably wouldn't notice it.
Yep, so it looks like he's going for an aggressive head ball break.
He does hit that 6 green at the head. Is it a dry break though? Has anything gone down? I'm not sure it has. So now Danny Kirkhoven, he's got a nice spread here.
Yep, those solids are looking quite nice. There is a couple of tricky balls, being that 1 and 3 down on the bottom side of the table. Even that orange 5 to the right is slightly tricky. But I think it's definitely better than taking the stripes at this point in time.
So I hope you are enjoying coverage here. And we do want to acknowledge Māori Television, the Aotearoa Challenge, our New Zealand juniors, taking on 2 New Zealand senior men's teams, and the New Zealand white team and the New Zealand black team. An 8-ball format, the most traditional format that most New Zealanders are familiar with. Unders and overs, and sinking the 8-ball.
Well, Danny's here opted to go opposite to what I was thinking. He's looking to take the stripes, which means that 9-ball must go into that corner on the right-hand side.
It's a shot he will look to try and play, and then look to try and bring it back out. Got that green striped 14 ball.
Might even kiss the blue.
Oh, missed it. Missed it. We've seen a lot of it this afternoon. Basic errors just creeping in. And now Sean Coombe, he'll have a look and go, I like what I see. I like what I see. Let's have a look here. Yeah,
Overcut that one. Sean's got a good opportunity here to play that 1 and 3 quite early with how he's left on the blue 2.
Well, you sort of sense here that if this black team wins this frame, it's going to be very, very difficult for the white team to come back.
It's a great shot to start off, potentially a clearance. Does look to be a little bit straight on the 3, so he'll bring it back basically to where it is now. And try play that 1 next, I think.
Yeah, more of that snooker stance, isn't it? Nice and close. Very much the technician, but he likes to play with power.
But unlucky there with where the 15 ended up. Tying up his orange 5. Isn't in a good area as well to play anything else. He would have hoped the 15 held up closer to the rail to play that 5, I think.
Yeah, just see a little bit of that cue movement on that follow through too.
Just called the double into the reverse middle pocket. A great shot if he does.
Oh, didn't really even look like it going in, did it?
No, very wide on that one.
And a very, very messy opportunity there from Coombe. He's better than that. He'll be disappointed. He had an opportunity to play through, but both sides at the moment still just seem a little bit nervy. So what can Danny Kirkhoven do now? Oh, Kirkhoven again, opening the door once again. So neither player really just finding any rhythm at the moment.
It's quite surprising that Danny missed that. I remember when we had our last Sunday night shootout, he actually took Sullivan all the way in their game together.
Sullivan Clark, yep. So Sean Coombe. Now, is he happy with that? Still not happy with it, is he? No.
Not enough on it, really.
To bring that.
It's one of those shots where it's not enough or slightly too much, because you could be on the other side of the 1 and play a simple stop shot on that green 6. He definitely does not want to move that 5.
I think what they'll be liking about this, knowing that they're heading to Las Vegas, is finding themselves in these difficult positions and seeing how they react, seeing how they answer the questions that they've probably asked of themselves at times, because these are unforced errors.
Good attempt there. He's opened it up a little bit, but still got away with where that 9 ball is.
And that's the danger, isn't it, when you play aggressively? You do.
Yeah, that 6 just kissed the 9 back in the direction of the 4, which has helped him out.
So Kirkhoven now trying to bring this New Zealand men's white team back into this contest. Trying to pick up the valuable 10 points for winning the frame.
Okay, Danny there just pointing to the area he wants the white, so he can hopefully move the 9 ball.
Just got enough weight on it, hasn't he?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful shot there. Almost natural angle, slight screw back. Got a great kiss on it.
Now, you've got some work to do though. Got some work to do here.
It's a big pot, this one.
Huge in the context of this match. Huge shot for Kirkhoven. Plays it nicely too. Ooh, but's now snookered himself with that 9 ball in that pocket closest to him on the right-hand side. Now, cometh the hour, cometh the man. What does he do here? Does he play some sort of safety shot, or does he go for it?
I believe he might be going for this one. He might get his jump cue out, I think. It's crucial here. It's a bigger pocket as well with how the 6 is. So close to the pocket, even the smallest kiss could take the 9 in. Opting for a long bank shot here. Might even go 2 rails.
Okay, so we've all tried it at home. Can he pull this off, Pukekohe?
Looks good.
It looks very good. It looks very good. Great shot. But now, another difficult shot. The 8 ball to win the frame, to secure the 10 points and put this New Zealand senior men's white team back in the contest. These are the championship shots. This is what he's going to need in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks' time. Plays it. Has he got enough on it? He's missed it.
Slightly overcut
and
there.
Now, Coombs, you would imagine from here, should get the job done.
Yep, the table's wide open here. It's his for the taking. Just whether or not he wants it that bad.
That's 1. Six green. Blue 4.
It's a good angle there. Doesn't want a lot of angle because he doesn't want to bring it up the table too much, I don't think. He'll want to play this one either in the bottom left corner or the centre left pocket. Yep, take that centre left pocket. Nice and straight by the looks of it. Just bring it back.
Run a bit of backspin on this and bring it back.
Yeah.
So aim lower on that cue ball. You can see it, that cue tip. There it is. That's that backspin. Beautifully done. Boy, that is precision right there, isn't it?
Perfect.
That's
really.
textbook. And now the one shot. You'd expect them to make it this level. To wrap this up and to extend that lead for the New Zealand men's black team. And they do it comfortably. And so a game that went back and forward, opportunities there for Danny Pukekohe, but he couldn't quite get it done. And it is Sean Coombs who now extends that lead to 54 plays 36.
That's a big lead right there. The New Zealand black team will be feeling quite comfortable now, I think. They do, from what I believe, only need 3 points. No, 12 points, sorry. Similar to our game before, 12 points.
Sure. But it will be.
Richard needs a strong break here.
Richard Alfonso at the table to take on Alex Hale. And if Alfonso can win this, well, certainly going to make an enthralling final match. So he goes low there on that rack.
Very unlucky there. A lot of balls sent towards that middle pocket.
Yeah, well, Alex Hale, he's got a good break here, hasn't he? There is room on the table. Let's just have a look here. Certainly clusters, but they're not kissing each other.
He's definitely got a lot of room here to move a couple of balls. Move that 12 first, I think. Yeah.
That's 1. Now, what does he play here? Does he just put down that?
He's a bit unlucky with where that 5 ended up. He doesn't have many options on the 10 now.
Oh, missed it.
Just caught that point.
But it is still very early on. Let's have another look here. Yeah, just a little bit too much weight, not enough angle.
Richard needs to get.
So Alfonso, he just hasn't looked settled all day, Alfonso.
Definitely not an easy frame here.
Yeah, he'd want a good run of balls, so wouldn't he, just to get himself into match mode. Another.
Very unlucky with where that white's ended up, I'd say. Although I think he can play that red 3 off the blue 10 and send it in the middle pocket. With the white ball there, he doesn't have much of the white ball to hit. too hard on that one. He wanted to end up right behind the black. He's left Alex a chance here to finish. Everything's in the open. Black's in the open.
It's one.
Good start. Better angle on this 9 down by the bottom cushion. Take the white ball out towards the middle of the table.
That's 2.
Good kiss as well on that one.
So this 2.
And this is, I'd say, the key shot in this match. He needs to leave himself good angle for that orange 13 to get back for the purple 12. It just depends how he wants to play it, what he's comfortable with.
So playing really well here, Alex Hale.
Great kiss again.
So should just run through this. Really 2 shots away from putting this game beyond the New Zealand white men's team. Oh, slight miscue though. Slight miscue. You could hear the little ping. And so let's just have a wee look here.
I think he got the 3 in the middle as well. Wow, that's such a fine shot. I wouldn't have thought the 3 would go in by itself.
So
Great kiss on that 12. Move it out the way for your 7.
a chance here for Richard Alfonso. He's just been lacking continuity today. Can he find it now?
Beautiful shot right there.
Can he find it now? And he plays down the rail. 2 away from securing the frame, picking up 10 points, but it won't be enough in the context of this particular match because that New Zealand men's black team will pick up the 6 points.
Good finish to the frame there for Richard.
Yep,
Definitely
nicely done.
Puts a lot of pressure still on this white team being a 10-6 win versus what could have been a 10-0 win.
Correct, and so really this is about bigger picture stuff for them. New Zealand men's black team cannot lose this now because this is the last of the matchups.
So here I believe Sean needs 6 for a tied match, followed by a 10-0 win from the white. But if they get 7 or more, they will just win this game.
So just a bit of confusion here.
I think they were discussing how many points black needs for it to be a win.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion here at the moment, so we'll just clarify that for you. I do apologise if I've put you wrong as well. So, in fact, there are still 2 matches remaining. So still an opportunity here for this white team. But it is very much the advantage goes the way of New Zealand men's black team.
Sean will be hoping here for another strong break. I heard something going.
What are we missing on the table there at the moment?
Looks like the 9 ball went in.
So it will be biggies, it'll be overs for Sean Coombe.
Yeah, from where he's sitting now, the bigs are definitely in control, having that brown 7 blocked by the orange 13. can see from this angle, if he can get the white down by where the black is, he'll be able to play that 13, so that's not too much of a problem.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's that happy with that, is he?
No, I think he wanted to get past the one or sit right above it.
Yeah, not quite enough weight on the cue ball.
Still has a shot though, which is always nice. Just which one will be the right one?
Oh, misses it too. So opening the door for the New Zealand men's white team now. They still have an opportunity. Going to need to just try and play through here though. Clear the table.
Yep, and put a lot of pressure on black if Ramon could finish this right here.
Because mathematically they have a chance of winning this match. If you're a betting man, you're still putting your odds on this black team. Everyone doing the maths at the moment. So the black team represented by Sean Coombe, Jimmy Henry and Alex Hale. The white team, Richard Alfonso, this man here, Ramon Santos and Danny Kirkhoven. Oh, got the lucky break, did he? Did get the lucky break. Got the kiss there on that stripe.
Everything should sit for him now.
Now, the only thing that's let Ramon Santos and Richard Alfonso down has been their own unforced errors at key times. They're certainly good enough.
Good shot there, he gives himself options. Just got to make sure he can land on that purple 4 ball. You'll want to play it sooner rather than later. Beautiful stop shot there.
Fascinating contest. Hope you are enjoying the coverage.
I think he's going to play this 2 ball next. He's got slightly too much angle, I think, on this one. And then he can just
2 ball being the solid blue. Just bring it back a little bit. Or does he play it forward?
I personally here would play it forward, go in behind the black. And you can play the natural angle on the next 2 shots. He's opted to go back. And I think it's a similar situation to before where he's got slightly too much angle.
But a player of this quality, it's what he does now with that white ball.
It's a good contact on the black here to get on the 4.
Hasn't helped himself. So, big opportunity here for Ramon Santos. The game and the match, he sits right here on this shot. Play it. Plays forward, but got himself into a world of difficulty now. The shot is on, but boy, he hasn't made it easy for himself.
There's a lot of trouble in this shot. You could potentially scratch, snook yourself off the pot, and give the game away, really. So needs to get lucky here.
Let's just see if we can go above the table, have a look at the shot here. Let's have a look at the angles that we are working with.
He needs to avoid both the middle pocket, that brown 15, and the green 14 and red 11.
So first thing you'll be wanting is just to make sure that he does pocket this 4 ball. The danger, played plenty of weight on it too.
Avoided everything as well.
And has he managed? No, he's left the table wide open now for Sean Coombe. Let's just have a look.
Sean pots all these balls. I think it's not mathematically possible to come back now.
No, it won't be mathematically possible to come back indeed. So now, playing the most difficult ball first. That's
Beautiful.
1. So Sean Coombe up against Ramon Santos. A combined New Zealand men's team split into 2.
He's gone slightly further than he'd want to there, but it's still a good angle to be on to get back for that brown 15. If you follow the natural angle off the top rail and left rail, you'll end up Slightly lower than when the white is now.
Yeah, nice weight on that. Oh, is he happy with that shot?
It's okay there, I'd say, because with the 4 where it is a miss on this shot, you're leaving the white higher up the table, which then becomes a low percentage shot for Ramon.
So now, Sean Coombe.
Great shot.
And really from here, it should be fairly fundamental to take the New Zealand men's black team to 70 and the New Zealand senior men's white team to 42. No, in fact, to 52. And it would be the match in favour of the black team, but Jimmy Henry will still come out and play that third match.
Very good shot there.
And now, got himself a bit of work here to do on the black. Not an easy shot.
I think he'll play this quite comfortably. He trusts in himself.
Yeah, and does play it comfortably, and just like that, it is the New Zealand men's black team who do win the match over the New Zealand men's white team, but we will play this third and final frame between Danny Kirkhoven and Jimmy the Professor Henry. And they call him the Professor because when it comes to Q Sports, if you go up against him, he'll take you back to school.
Yeah, both players can really relax a bit knowing that the game is done and dusted, so they'll just look to play some smooth pool, play some confident pool, because there will be no pressure on both of these guys now.
Okay, so Kirkhoven looking to play and break straight down Broadway.
Hit it hard and hope.
He does hit it hard and he does hope.
9's on, there we go.
And there we go. So we have seen the strike 9 ball go down. But there are a lot of clusters there.
Yep, still very tricky.
Very, very difficult indeed. That cue ball not in the middle of the table. Tucked over there on that left-hand rail.
Be interesting to see what ball he plays first, because I'd say the solids are in favour here with blocking those 2 big balls on that left side. It just depends where the white ends up and which one he takes first.
So Miss Q will turn it over to Jimmy.
Just an unfortunate kiss on the black there. Putting the black down by the corner pocket though does give a bit of a chance for both players, as you do want to be a bit more cautious now with how you play your shots, having it so close to that corner pocket.
That's 1 for Jimmy. Not enough weight, is it? Oh.
I think him playing it there, the 6 must go to the middle, so he pushed through the ball. A little shake of the head tells us otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think he was that happy with it. Okay, and he hasn't played a lot on this championship table, so he's getting a feel for the cloth as he's playing, and just having to make the subtle little adjustment on his weight. Coming back down.
So here I think he'll be wanting to do what Danny was trying to do before. Leave himself some angle on that green 6 to move all the balls down on that left side of the table.
Oh, yep. Sunk that cue ball. Even the greats can get it wrong.
He's played that quite aggressively. He could have played it just slowly into the middle of the table and give himself a chance.
And if you are watching this still to come, we will bring you the next match, which will be a little bit later on, and that will be the New Zealand black team taking on the New Zealand juniors, that junior team of Alexandria Andres, or affectionately just known as Alex, Sheridan Burmester, and the man next to me, Dion Rawlins, and that should be an absolute cracker.
Definitely be a difficult game, that one.
Yeah, earlier today the New Zealand juniors got up over the New Zealand senior men's white team.
Big shot going across the table, trying to get rid of the balls. Slightly unfortunate there, but he still has more control now, moving that orange 5 out a little bit.
Yeah, still got options, hasn't he? So he's hanging tough. Nicely pocketed, but what has he done? Now he's going to have to surely play some safety here.
Yep, he's going to be moving those balls. Ideally, you wouldn't want to, I don't think.
Not too much, just maybe just kiss his object ball.
Might try and get the white ball roughly where that 12 ball is. Limit the shots that Jimmy can take.
Does it nicely.
Yep,
Does it nicely. Now, Jimmy will relish the opportunity here. Now, I've got a feeling Jimmy might just throw it back at him.
Yep, you'll pot that 12 ball. It's not a foul or anything. Just pot it and snooker him. Still a good shot without the pot. Great snooker there.
So, Pukekohe.
Just checking his angles here. Which one does he prefer to play? He doesn't have much room to play these balls down by the black, just because of the what we call a Chinese snooker or a reverse snooker with that 5 ball. You got to play it quite precise when you're stuck on the ball like that. He wants to try and give Jimmy a snooker of his own.
You got a Chinese snooker, having to play above it. He's got enough weight on that. No, that's a poor shot from Pukekohe.
Yeah, he didn't make full contact with that
Got
ball.
a feeling now that the professor might just run through this on the table.
Just doing a little bit of thinking there, a little bit of problem solving, which ball you want to take first. It's all almost stop shot, it seems, with those 3 balls on that left side.
Yeah, it just shows, we talk about it, the pockets look big in this format, but the smaller tables means that you can get a greater accumulation of balls in the same area on the table.
Yep.
As Jimmy makes that look fairly easy, fairly fundamental here, and you'd expect him to clear the table.
I think that he definitely will finish this one.
Enough weight on the wall. Yep, just enough weight there on that cue ball. And now just to finish the game and wrap it up.
Just a simple pot here and he's on the black.
Ooh,
Just gets in there.
just kisses it, doesn't he?
Now to win this match and make the lead a little bit bigger.
And there you go, just like that. It is the New Zealand black team who get the job done over their fellow teammates, the New Zealand white team, in a dominating and comfortable victory in the finish. Mind you, the New Zealand men's white team had their opportunities, but 80 plays 55. And Jimmy, the Professor Henry there, showing why they call him the Professor. Hope you are enjoying coverage of the Aotearoa Challenge. We still have another match to come. It is the New Zealand Juniors taking on the New Zealand men's black team, live from Masse Club in Pukekohe.
that's to the space of it.
Kia ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koe. Welcome into Masse here in Pukekohe for the Aotearoa Challenge. Yes, we're bringing you live Q Sports. The format is 8-ball, and it is two New Zealand senior men's teams taking on the New Zealand junior team. The New Zealand junior team looking for much needed match practice before they head off to Pennsylvania for the World Junior Championships. And our senior men's team, well, they've been divided into New Zealand white and New Zealand black. They head off to defend their world amateur title they won in Las Vegas 3 years ago. Joining me in commentary is Bernie Andres. Bernie, looking forward to this one because we've already seen the juniors earlier today upset the New Zealand senior men's white team. But then we've just seen a very good performance from the New Zealand men's black team, beating their fellow teammates, really making this one a must-win for both the juniors and the New Zealand men's black team.
No, it definitely is, Mark. I don't really know if there was an upset for the juniors. They've really come here today and they've done their job to start off with, and that's really putting the heat on the seniors.
Okay, so the New Zealand junior team is made up of Alexandria Andres, Sheridan, Burmester and Dion Rawlings. The New Zealand men's black team is Sean Coombe, Jimmy the Professor Henry, because he'll take you back to school, against Alex Hale. And first up in our first match, it is Sheridan Burmester taking on Sean Coombe. So really important that they do get off to a really good start here, a good break from Burmester. They need to get a good spread. We've had a lot of dry breaks.
Looks like it's another one.
And it is another dry break, so we're playing on these smaller tables that you'll see in your everyday pub. We've all played on them, big pockets, but as we have alluded to in previous matches today, one of the downsides is that there is a lot of cluster on the table early on, but immediately it is Coombe who decides to play the solids or play the unders. I
think he set himself up nicely there.
That's all about weight on the cue ball. Man, might just be a little bit disappointed with that shot, Coombe. Let's have a look. Eyeing up the green 6. Face expressions say it all.
I think just talking to the players, I've been struggling a little bit today. This cloth's brand new. It's the first time it's been played on, so the cloth tends to skid quite a bit.
Yeah, and also playing under the warmth of the lights, television cameras, those peripheral things.
Yep.
And so you do need to be able to make those adjustments though. So, Coombe. Now we'll just explain the format for you. So if you win the frame, you pick up 10 points for your team. However, your opponent will also accumulate points. For every ball they do sink, they will pick up a point. So 10-7 is the best outcome if you do lose the frame.
Sean's looking pretty good here. It's the 10 nils. They're the ones that can really kill you.
Yeah, and particularly if you can put that pressure on early too, and just get that jump. So far so good. Just brings that back nicely. Yep, and he's happy. Great to see some emotion too. Great to see some emotion. Not sure that we've seen anybody play through at the moment so far this afternoon. So I like him. He's got, technically looks good. Plays very low on the cue, almost a snooker type technique.
He is. I think this is the first year that Sean's actually switched over to playing with an American pool cue. The last few years he's been playing with a snooker cue.
Just kissing that cushion here, so he's got a little bit of work to do. But you'd expect a player of this ilk to make this shot. And just that lovely little modest touch, just enough weight, but has he done enough? Because he's put himself in just a little bit of difficulty here with his 8 ball to wrap up this frame. Can he get past that 9 ball? Let's go above the table and just have a look at the angles.
I think he might be.
Might need to play safety though.
He's got it.
Oh, a
That's
lovely
nice
shot from Coombs. That is a lovely shot. And just like that, the pressure goes straight on this New Zealand junior team as the New Zealand senior men's black team pick up 10 points. And we talked about it, the juniors not accumulating any points. Simply just didn't get an opportunity from the break.
No, it's a perfect start for the seniors, and they'll be happy about that. It'll take the pressure off them a little bit.
So our next matchup will be between Dion Rawlings, and Dion will be taking on Jimmy the Professor Henry. And Jimmy, we saw earlier on this afternoon playing against his fellow senior men in the New Zealand white team, and really he looked very, very composed. So real opportunity. Rawlings, if the door is slightly ajar, he's going to need to walk through and take every opportunity.
This break's going to be critical to the match for these two. Both of them capable of running out. So it's whoever really gets that first opportunity.
So key moment, does not want a dry break here. And if he does... And it is another dry break by the looks of it. Let's just have a look at the spread here. So looking at that, Bernie Andres, the Jimmy the Professor, he would have probably made his mind up right now. What's he looking at?
I think so. It's a little bit hard to tell from that top one. Well, he's got a clear shot there. I think he is on the brown. He's going for that.
I just can't see it at the moment though, Jimmy, can he? And he's not so much worried about the shot in front of him. It's more about the second and third shots. He's mapped that automatically.
7.
Okay, so he's nominated the 7. Nicely played, nicely played. Kisses the green 6 as well.
This is looking pretty good for Jimmy here.
Yeah, the straight plant now. Looking to maybe run both in. Not quite enough weight, but still not panicked at this point. So calls the 1 ball. 4 onto the 1. Boy, this is good from Jimmy. He makes it look easy. He knows, though, that he's got that difficult 4 ball just sitting up there. No, the 2 ball, in fact.
Yeah, no, I think he should be right. It's probably just, where he comes down on that 2, setting himself up for the black later on. Jimmy's got plenty of experience. Member of the New Zealand World Cup winning team in 2019.
Yeah, great moment for New Zealand Q Sports. Now Jimmy. Oh, lovely play. But he's got, he's put that purple stripe between himself and that four ball.
Nice.
Oh,
Where's that white going?
just because of the corner here. Now,
He's definitely not making it easy for himself here.
no, he'll be disappointed, I think, with what he's done, the predicament he finds himself in.
He definitely got out of shape in that last ball, and
But that's why he's called the professor and we're called the dunce. Because this man knows how to get himself out of this. We simply wave the white flag and just beautifully played enough weight. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Jimmy, the Professor Henry. That is a wonderful shot. And now,
a little bit of work to do here, but shouldn't be too bad for Jimmy.
yeah, he
Perfect.
puts it on the spot. This is a wonderful frame, a great display from Jimmy, the Professor Henry. And immediately it will be this New Zealand men's black team that will just take the first two
Nice.
individual rubbers by 20 points to nothing. So the New Zealand juniors yet to get themselves on the board.
Nice start, but
yeah.
there's plenty of pool to be played.
Yeah, now it'll be Alex Andres. Any relation, Bernie Andres?
Might be distantly related there, I think, Mark.
There you go. I thought there might be a wee connection.
Yep.
And she will take on Alex Hale. He's another player who comes to the table and exerts a huge amount of confidence. Likes to play fast, likes to play aggressively.
Yeah, both these players just need a nice open table, and we'll really see them both putting on the display of their skills.
Yeah, really important that we do see Alex here. Big, strong break. Or does she go the other way? No, she's trying to bring it across the table, so maybe looking to target that second or third line down. In fact, hits the top. Not quite what she wanted.
A good rack.
The only benefit that she's got at the moment is there is still that cluster of balls sitting in the middle of the table, but certainly options here now for Alex Hale.
Might have been a bit of an issue with that top ball not touching the next two down. I think it is going to re-rack.
Okay, they are going to re-rack, so that's great sportsmanship. So I'll get you to just talk us through that again, Bernie. If we just maybe see if we can just, we'll just get a bird's eye view of the balls being racked here and then.
So it's key to get those top balls touching. If they're not touching, which I suspect was the case in the last one, you'll just get a big cluster like that. They won't break out nicely. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem on a new cloth like this. On a table that's been played in quite a bit, you get a bit of a divot on that spot. Can be a bit of an issue, but
Oh.
Both players having a bit of a problem with the break there.
Neither table, you don't see this very often, do you, at this level?
No. What's he done here?
Just lifted almost.
Yeah, he's just gone off to the side.
Just have another look. Yeah, just a little bit like golf, isn't it?
It
Sort of
is.
just lift your head and
Yeah.
just don't get that follow through. And so maybe we will get this match underway, the third match of 9.
Yeah, third time lucky.
And now it is young Alex Andres. Again, coming across this, her left-hand side. And it's a better break.
It's better, but I think it's going to be
Still
dry
dry.
again, though. Oh, no.
Yep. So let's just have a look at this spread here. So Alex Hale, he'll immediately know what he's wanting here, whether he wants to play overs or striped or play the solids, as we affectionately call the unders.
Yeah, so it's not clear table, a bit of a cluster down there with the brown and the red and the 10, the 11 ball there.
Yeah, sure, he's got to play overs here, doesn't he? Or is he?
No, he's going for the solids.
Okay. Yeah, I think the obvious choice for most people at home is you just play the ball closest to the pocket. But these guys, of course, are such skilled players that they can move that white ball around the table.
Yeah, they're looking down the track. I mean, if they've got a pathway there, they're looking at the black.
Well, I use rugby analogy. It's a bit like, you're not the first phase is, but the good players will know where second phase is, and then our third phase is going to look off the back of it. And
yep, exactly.
so they are thinking 2 or 3 shots ahead. It's not always the obvious. But good spread here now at the moment. Just need to maybe just get rid of a little bit of the clutter. Tough shot here from Alex Andres. Can she play this? She's got enough weight on it. Just didn't quite get the angle right.
It's always going to be a tough one, that.
But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, Alex Hale. This game, no real momentum at the moment. No one really grabbing it.
Alex has got a bit of a chance here. It's his next shot's the key.
So nicely pocketed here from Hale. He's got some momentum now.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, just getting into that. We use that terminology a lot, but no different here, getting into that zone. That's good. He's been probably a little bit unsettled throughout the afternoon of competition. Hasn't quite been as best as we allude to, though. Don't underestimate just the cloth and the lights and the way the ball does run versus what they've been practicing and warming up on. Little subtleties, but...
No, exactly. Alex is one of the top players in the Waikato. He qualified for the New Zealand team, finishing in the top 2 of the leagues that were run over 2020 and 2021. So it's a good sort of 70, 80 players.
No, good on him. Deserves a spot. Deserves with the black singlet, the silver fern, if I can use that metaphor.
Yep.
And just like
Nice
that, wraps up the frame. And I tell you what, real trouble now for this New Zealand junior team, because they have just jumped away.
It's a clean sweep for the seniors.
A commanding lead, 30 plays nothing. So 3 straight frames. Juniors yet to register a point. They will pick up a point for every ball they put down. However, if they win the frame, they will pick up 10 points, and their opponent will pick up a point for every ball that went down in that frame as well. It's a great format.
It is, and I think the...
Well, what it does, it actually still rewards you. It rewards you for good shots, even though you might not win the frame.
Yeah, no, it is.
So that's what I like about it. It's not like, well, I played a great shot and I lost the frame and no one will ever remember it, because there's nothing to actually recognise it. Where you play a great shot, you lose the frame. Yeah, but that third point, what a shot.
Yeah, and I mean, this format of pool, it encourages you to sink balls, to attack. Yeah, like I said, it rewards it, and it's great. So, I mean, the juniors, they might be down, but they were smiling and laughing amongst themselves, saying, no, it's not over yet.
Well, they've got to be given the opportunity, don't they? And they're going to need to wait for a little mistake. I've got to say, Jimmy, the professor, he's just looked simply magnificent today. Really only just probably the one bad shot from him. So there we go, just having a look at that. So that, is it the 12 ball?
No, that's the, I think that's 14. I haven't
14.
got my proper glasses on.
Now, he won't be that happy with that. He's got a little bit of a Chinese snooky here. He's going to need to play over the top of the one ball.
Yep.
But I think he'll like this. I think he'll like this opportunity in match play, heading to Las Vegas saying, hey, I've got to learn to get myself out of these shots. Let's see where my form's at the moment. But difficult shot. Oh, just enough weight. But what does he do now? What does he do now? What does he left himself?
He's got a shot on that 15 in the middle. He might be able to squeeze past the one.
Game plays very high on the cue, doesn't he? He's not low like you see with the snooker players. And oh, beautiful. Just kisses that brown 6.
He's looking pretty good here. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing you see over in the States when we go over there. The American players tend to play quite high.
Yeah. That's what we mean by high. You're not going to see the chin on the cue like you might see in snooker.
Yeah, that traditional.
Like you might see in 9-ball. This is more about, a little bit more about feel. Nicely played from the Professor. And look at the weight on that. That is just a beautiful shot. Well, you talk about coming into form at the right time. And this man is, what a player.
Certainly showing the
What a
juniors how
player.
it's done.
And
Wow.
tell you what, 4 from 4. Juniors yet to register a point.
4
He
frames.
plays nothing.
So we're almost at the halfway point. Yeah, I think the juniors might struggle now after that frame.
Yeah, and it will be Alex Hale who will come up and rack. And he will take on Dion Rawlings.
So Dion's a former under-16 world champion. I think that might have been at Erie in 2017 from memory.
Lake Erie, yep.
I think he's also part of the New Zealand under-18 when they won the team's world champs at Sioux City in
Idaho,
Iowa.
Sioux City, Iowa. Yep,
It's
Sioux
on
City, Iowa. Yep.
On the border of South Dakota,
Yep.
Iowa, and Nebraska.
South Dakota and Minnesota. Is that North Dakota and Minnesota? Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, unlucky. Another dry break, but I tell you what, there is a very good spread on the table here for... In fact, to note, we did see a ball go down. Have we lost? Yep, we have had. Yes, in fact, we have. My apologies. So not a dry break.
6, yep.
And there it is.
And
Yep.
there's the 10 balls down.
So 10 ball down. And I've got to say, you look at the overs nicely spread on this table as well. So you just wonder whether the juniors are going to get a point here.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Alex.
Yeah, lovely weight. I just want a little bit more on that.
Yeah.
So does he play that or does he come back up the table now? As Jimmy says, play the difficult shot first.
Nice.
Yeah, nicely done too. Oh, yep, good weight.
It's looking good.
Good weight. Good weight indeed. So Alex Hale. Yeah, a little bit, just overplayed that perhaps.
He did. Yeah.
So he's just got to sneak himself past that purple 4 ball. So try and bring this back. Oh, nicely played. Nicely played. Too much weight. Oh, good shot here from Hale. Yep, nicely done. But now, the 8 ball is the only ball that will remain on the table after this. And happy just to play safety. So, interesting shot, interesting choice. Not perhaps executed the way he had hoped because he has just left the door ajar for Dion Rawlings, former under-16 world champion. Might just walk through the door here. Has he got enough weight on that, Rawlings? He almost looked a little too casual, didn't he? I think that face expression says it all as well.
All right, this is the first real chance the juniors have had so far in the match. 5th frame.
Oh, another error. Just luck not going the way of this New Zealand junior team. Sometimes when you get that momentum, it goes in your favour.
So the juniors are heading off in mid-July to Erie. They've got a bit of a stopover in Chicago, and Marco Turch's arranged a coaching day with Alex Leahy in Chicago.
So just for people out there, just tell us a little bit about who Alex Leahy is that might not be familiar with Q Sports at that level.
Yep. So Alex is the captain of the European Moscone Cup team.
Yep.
It's one of the biggest tournaments in pool, played every year.
Well, it's a bit like the Ryder Cup, isn't it?
It is.
It's
Yep.
Europe versus the United States. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's been going for close
And
to 40 years.
Marco Toysha can't be too far away from.
He arrives on Tuesday morning. Yep.
He can't be too far away from making one of those.
No.
Size, can he?
No, I think 2019 with his US Open victory, if the way he was going, that
He would have
next
made
year,
that Moscone Cup.
next year, yeah, if he'd carried on that form. Yeah, but yeah, COVID sort of interrupted a lot of things for everyone, really.
So Rawlings here looking to try and get this New Zealand junior team on the board. Really expect them to run through these.
Dion looking good. Definitely taking his opportunity here.
I want to bring this cue ball back up the table. Does it nicely too. But
He's looking pretty good there. Nice.
it's a chance here to take it to 47 plays 10. Yeah, nicely done from Rawlings. That's good. Well, hopefully that just gives them that little bit of confidence, and maybe that is just that change of momentum that this junior team's been hoping for. But
Yep.
it is 47 plays 10, so 10 maximum points for the juniors. The New Zealand senior men's black team sank 7 or potted 7 balls and therefore picked up the 7 points. 10-7 is the maximum amount of points that teams can pick up in one frame. And so now we will see Sean Coombs come to the table up against Alex Andres.
So I think the juniors are still pretty relaxed here. I think they know there's sort of really no pressure on them. They're enjoying their day. And I think they probably still think they can do it here.
So when the juniors head off to Erie, Pennsylvania for the World Junior Championships, a situation like Alex, is she playing only women queuists, or does she come up against the guys and the girls? Is it a mix of gender?
In the singles, it's female and male,
Yep.
and the 3 different age groups. So she's 17, but she'll play in the under 21s. Once I finish that, then there's a Scotch doubles tournament, and that can be mixed, or they can choose whatever they want to do. And then in the teams, that is mixed. So these 3 will be our team for that competition. So a pretty good team we've got to go over. But in that under 21 age group, it's always tough. You've got young guys that are looking to turn pro. We've got the current world 9-ball champion, Shane Van Boning, started off in the VNEA. I think David Aotearoa is in the semi-finals of the UK Open at the moment. There's another one. Quite a lot of the American pros for sure will start off there.
So Coombs really just starting to get into his zone. Nice use of the white ball, the cue ball. They'll be enjoying this match practice with the championship on championship table with the bright lights. showing that that is very much what Las Vegas is all about.
That's right. It's an amazing experience over there at the VNA World Champs. This will be the first year we've played. It's moved from Bally's to the Westgate Resort, which is a massive hotel. I think at one stage it was the largest hotel in the world. But I was having a look at the floor plans during the week, and there's, I think, around about 320 of these tables set up.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I guess too in that situation too, other than, you know, you've got to get used to noise in the background, and I guess most of them, you know, play and train in pool halls where you've always got the clanking of balls and those noise in the background. And then as you sort of move through it, then suddenly you've almost got to get used to the eerie silence that goes with, you know, that can go with being at a head table and...
Yep. Yes, I mean, over there they have a couple of big rooms, and they'll have a couple hundred tables in them, and then they'll have the finals room with a grandstand set up, and that's a lot more quiet. But out in the bigger rooms, it's a lot of noise.
Bit of atmosphere.
Yep,
Yeah.
people moving around all over the place.
Yeah, nicely done here. So, just the one ball left on the table for this New Zealand men's black team to
That's nice.
take another
Wow.
scalp, win another rubber in this Aotearoa challenge. And so 57 now plays 12.
12 and 9. I think it's 9. I think
Is it
Alex
9?
just got 2 off that last frame. Yep.
So just to make that adjustment, so 57-9. And it will now be Sheridan.
Sorry. Dion 1.
Anyway, we'll confirm that score for you.
Yeah.
We both should have stayed in school a little bit longer.
I think we might,
It's an
yeah.
interesting format. So we've got Sheridan and Burmester representing the New Zealand men's junior team up next. And he will come to the table and take on Alex Hales.
So it is 57-12. The seniors.
And so, a good break here. Wanted to fight and enjoy that, or avoid the dry break. And so on the stripes, on the overs. That's one. Ooh, not happy with what he's done with the cue ball there.
Should be able to get out of there. Very impressed with Sheridan this year. It's his first time playing in the New Zealand juniors. First time heading off the VNA. He just went over to Las Vegas in March to play in the under-17 CSI International Junior Competition. That was 8 and 9 ball. Finished second in the 8 ball, which is really good. Alex went over with him. Real mixture of players in that. From sort of beginners through to there was one young guy who played in the World 10 ball men's championship and walked off that and then played in the juniors.
I guess the challenge with this format that they're playing here too is it's very hard, isn't it, considering that you're playing just the one frame and one team member, that if you don't get a chance at the table, very hard to sort of get any momentum at any point.
No, it is. In the singles, it's different. Singles, it won't be a scoring format like that. It is just a plain one frame to nil sort of thing. I think it might be a race to 5. So there's no scoring, but in the teams it's scoring, and it's pretty ruthless, especially at that, you know, get to the business end of the tournament when you've got the more skilled players. If you can't get something off the break, sometimes you don't get back to the table. But it's great to watch.
Okay, so interesting now. So Alex Hale plays plenty of weight on that. And so the 2 balls going down. Now he will come across to this middle pocket. Playing very aggressively and with a lot of confidence.
Nice.
So does he play that 1 ball, or does he decide to play the
I'm not quite sure they can see
2
that.
ball?
Is that one going to go through?
He's playing playing the 2 here, isn't he? Plays the top end of the table.
Nice.
Just kisses the cushion though, so
Yeah.
a little bit of work to do off the cushion on that cue ball. But a player of this ilk should have too many difficulties. Still just wants to come around, have a wee look at it. Yeah, I imagine the difficulty here is, don't want to put too much weight on it. Lovely. Just go above the table here and just see, in fact, he can get past that 10 ball. Yeah, not an easy shot, is it?
No. Oh, look at that.
Oh, he does it.
Wow.
Brilliant. Absolutely
Great
brilliant.
double.
Well, yep. He just rolled the dice, took the double. The orthodox shot was never on and needed to take his chances, and he's done just that. And that is another very, very good victory, this time coming from Alex Hale with inside of this New Zealand men's black team. So 67 plays 16, so this senior men's black team, well, they've won this match. So now just a chance of playing the rest of these games to give these both sides this valuable match practice.
I think this is just the performance these guys have been looking for. So now I've got Dion Rawlings playing Sean Coombe.
Yeah, I like Coombe. He just, there's something about him. He just seems to just play with confidence.
Yep,
He
great
just,
potter.
Yeah, likes to hit the ball too.
Yep.
Got another dry break here. Ooh, just like with that 8 ball.
Yes, no, Sean's come across from the English game, and like I was saying earlier, he's just moved over to playing with an American pool cue. He's playing with a snooker cue for the last few years.
And just talk us through the differences between the two cues.
So it's mainly the tip size. So a snooker cue could be 9, 10 mils. American pool cue probably 12 to 13. American pool cue shaft will be maple, rock hard maple. Snooker cues are typically ash.
So Rawlings here, opportunity. Oh, take some confidence from that. That's a very good shot.
And you can see the American pool cues are usually pretty showy with the inlays and that sort of thing on the butt end, where the snooker cues are always just a bit of a plain piece of wood with a bit of ebony down the bottom. Dion's looking good here. So Dion's playing with a Predator Revo shaft, and that's one thing, the major change we've seen over the last few years in American pool is the move over to carbon fibre. I've seen it in all sports, from tennis through to golf, just the technology going from wood to the various other composites and materials. Nearly everyone's playing with carbon fibre these days. It's just a massive
Shift.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But it's yet to be seen in snooker. No one's really developed anything. I know they do have issues sort of manufacturing carbon fibre. I was talking to someone who's one of the manufacturers who makes carbon fibre over in China, I think. Out of every 10 shafts they'd make, 9 get thrown out.
well, you took a bit of high level of density and stiffness and weight.
Yeah,
Easy to make lighter products with carbon, isn't it?
yeah, it
But
is.
when you rely on a sport that requires weight, it becomes a little bit harder. I've got to say, up to this point, Rawlings has looked the best I've seen him so far. You know how good he has been.
Yeah, well, we've seen him in the Sunday night shootout, making his way through to the semi-finals of the last one. Doing really well against the senior players.
Yeah, what does he do here? 9 ball, far pocket, middle pocket. Oh, good shot, great effort, but opens the door now So Hale will come back to the table. Let's just have another look here. Did everything right. I love the ambition here.
Nice.
Yeah, show plenty of really positive intent, which is like what you like to see. Sometimes you've got to try and win these things. You can't just sort of sit back and play too defensively.
That's one thing we had our juniors, you'll see, they back themselves.
Go and win it, yeah.
That's how they've been coached, to get out there and attack and pot balls.
Be positive,
Yep.
Well, it can have a big psychological impact, and if you can get up early, get on. I'll always say this at a junior level, you'll have some players that will come with a big reputation, they're not used to getting beaten, and if you can just put a little bit of early pressure on them, sometimes they just don't have that maturity or that life experience to be able to deal with it.
Yep.
Comes later on. Okay, so what is Rawlings saying here? He's got some decisions to make. Just trying to make sure he avoids that 8 ball. It's almost a Chinese snooker. Tried to just play it off that 6 in. I like his intent though. We talk about the attacking intent. That's good intent from Rawlings.
Left that pretty nicely, really.
Yeah, so it was always intentional to come off the green 6 here and just to try and kiss it and put it into that side pocket, and almost pulled it off.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the juniors. I mean, it's serious, but they're still having fun. I mean, we've seen them over there. They're on the end of a bit of a hideout, but they've all got a smile on their face. That's nice by Sean.
You've got some work still to do though. Can he thread the needle? I think he can comfortably.
Yep.
Between that yellow 1 ball and that brown 7 ball.
Yeah, we're looking at how he's going to do that too at the moment.
Nicely done.
Oh.
And just like that, he'll end up losing that frame. And so, a game that they were potentially in control of, the smallest of margins.
So that ends up being a 10-3 win to the juniors. Was looking to be a 10-5 here at one stage, but they turn it around.
But now we will see Jimmy, the Professor Henry, coming up against young Alex Andres. Really, the key for this game here is Alex just needs to pocket something off the break here. Give yourself a chance early. Hope you are enjoying the coverage from the Masse Club in Pukekohe. Let's acknowledge Māori Television as well for their broadcast of this.
As you can see, the juniors chatting away and having a bit of a laugh with Jimmy there. Jimmy's coached all these kids. He's our club coach. Goes around doing coaching from Tuesday through to Friday at the Masse clubs. We have free after-school coaching on those days, 3:30 to 6. At I think Glen Eden on Tuesday, Wednesday, Pukekohe Thursday, Hamilton is on Friday.
So,
Nothing there. Leaving a bit of a cluster, which is probably a good thing with Jimmy coming to the table.
Cluster of solids, though, is a cluster of solids, though, isn't it? It's means that it is very much open for the overs. And Jimmy comes back up the table. And let's just see how good the Professor is here, because really it's probably that 14 ball. It's the one that is going to provide him the most difficulty at the moment. What point do you see him break up that little cluster, though?
Yeah, is he looking at it now or not?
And then maybe. shot from Jimmy.
Yeah, it is. That's the one. Oh, but has he left himself a shot? I think that may be able to, he can just shave that ball down in the middle.
Yeah, I sense with him he likes that challenge though, doesn't he? He likes the difficult. He likes to back himself. He likes to see if he can do it. Let's just see him go above the table here. Let's have a look if there is room. If he can get past that 8 ball,
No,
he
should be able
can't.
to get that in, I think.
Yeah, in
all
fact,
that
on
off.
that angle he can. Didn't he just deft little touch, beautifully played, nice weight. Boy, he's a quality player.
Looking pretty ominous now.
Oh, nicely played.
Beautiful shot.
So, I want to just bring that white ball back down the table here. Left himself a bit of work to do, has he? No,
No, I
let's
think that's nice.
squeeze past that
Yep,
brown
no,
7.
That's all over, I think. Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah, boy, what a player. What a player, Jimmy, the Professor Henry. Look at the face, because you don't want to play him in a bar. And there it is.
Nice.
It is all over. And it is the New Zealand men's black team who get the job comfortably done over this New Zealand junior team. That junior team heading off to Erie, Pennsylvania for the World Junior Championships in July. This New Zealand men's team made up of Richard Alfonso, Ramon Santos, Danny Kirkhoven, Sean Coombe, Jimmy Henry and Alex Hale, where they head off to Las Vegas later on this week to try and defend their World Pool Amateur Championships. Well, Bernie Andres, again, it's all about valuable match practice. It's all about gaining experience.
Oh, it is, definitely. I think the juniors would have been probably a little bit confident going into that match after cleaning up the other New Zealand senior team in their first round, but I think the professor and his team schooled them and showed them how it's done. It's a class display there.
Well, there he is, Jimmy the Professor Henry. What a player. One of the real, very humble man. I wonder whether he's one of New Zealand's most underrated sportsmen. Hope you have enjoyed the coverage of the Aotearoa Challenge across YouTube, across Māori television. It's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure. And we look forward to following the progress of both our junior and senior men's teams at the upcoming World Championships.